form the Northeast Ham Radio Happy Hour Unit. Their mission? To investigate the unexplained, challenge what we think we know, follow the signals wherever they lead, from repeaters to DX, antennas to emergency communications, portable operations to whatever is hiding beneath the noise floor. These 8 operators will take you on a journey into the strange, the technical, and occasionally the completely ridiculous. Because in amateur radio, the truth isn't just out there, it's probably somewhere on the waterfall. Welcome to the Northeast Amateur Radio Happy Hour. Trust no one. Tune everything.
Woohoo!
Ooh,
It worked.
Hello? It did.
Hello.
it transitioned smooth.
I think some of our counterparts have been abducted.
Yeah, let's find them.
We can't tell you, though. Sorry. Some of them are getting probed for unapparent reasons, but we won't say where or why.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
I don't know, Mike, you want to run it? You run it.
I got it. The most amount of planning that we put into this was the X-Files type theme, and I guess I should just start there. And and the only reason why is in like pop culture. I mean, X-Files is kind of enjoying a little bit of a resurgence now. And part of it is they rebooted, they re-released an R-rated version of one of the 2 films on Hulu and Disney Plus of all places, and I did watch that with my wife about a week or so ago, and then I guess there's a new season or series coming out, and I grew up. I was Gen Xer, big X-Files fan. That was such a great show, and it just kind of popped in my head when I was doing the thumbnail. I'm like, hey, let me toy around, with the AIs and see what we can kind of come up with, and it just kind of once we get these ideas or themes in our heads, we just kind of roll with it. And at the end of the day, if we said that we were going to talk about, Huntsville or the Icon announcement or whatever it was, like we'd totally end up off the rails or going all over the place anyway. So
We just can't talk about the really good stuff because we're under, NDA.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so that's the backstory for this whole, X-Files type theme and stuff. But I want to welcome everyone to the live stream. I've seen a bunch of people already in chat. Country James, what's up? Tim, Rockets and Radios. Kevin, Ham Radio QRP. See, I saw Roger. Dave was at Frequency Frontiers. Tim, on the other side of the pond. Good evening, Tim. Thanks for staying up late for us.
Very cool.
And I saw Chris in there earlier. Yeah.
Grouch is working.
Grouch is working.
No matter how many rain dances we did up this way, it didn't help.
What's up, Ron?
Oh,
and shout out to Ron W2ELS from 599 Signal Report. He did help out with holding down the fort at the Hamfest today, so I could escape briefly to try to spend money.
Shannon's echoing us.
Yeah, I have an echo.
We got talk back on, folks.
That's you, Shannon. I'm muting you. There we go. No more talkbacks.
Yeah.
We muted you.
Poor Shannon.
There.
Is it still doing it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing my voice.
I don't know. You're just going to have to keep me muted. I don't know why it happens all the time.
You're probably feeding back into some other audio source that the computer's picking up twice, so that's why it's hearing your browser audio and probably your audio at the same time.
It's the British when you're over there.
Yes. Yeah, I know, right. It's like, what computer were you using? The left-handed computer?
But I'm back now, so you can't blame that anymore.
No. Well, yes, but as Grouch said, you got to be reacclimated. You become, USAified, I think is what his term was.
Beans and toast, no more.
Yep. Now it's just shit on the shingle, right?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
I'll send Izzo the link. I'll do that right now. Run with it, Eric.
Oh. Okay. Well, welcome everybody. We're back here in the saddle, and enjoying hanging out. Grouch has said he was going to try to make it. We tried to pray for rain and a whole bunch of other things, but that didn't work out to our favor. So no Grouch this evening, but overall, glad to have everybody here. I got a whole bunch of folks over in my chat here. Let me say hello to Chris, Kitty9YSW, Roger. I think you're bouncing around, so good to see you. Bob was in there and out, but he's got to have some dinner date. He's got a new girlfriend, so I'm going to drop that little, nugget of truth here. So he's off there doing the dating thing. Good for him. And let me see what else I got. N3VAN, of course, he's doing dual roles here. Appreciate that. Oh, yeah. Rob Hawkins and Mike Smith, G0RFD. Good to see all you guys. Cool. Oh, and Jeff there. Sorry, I missed Jeff there. Good to see you guys in the chat there. So outside of that, I'm doing good. Caught little glimpses of some of the, tickling of the new releases of the 7110 and a few others. So I think we'll probably dive into that a little bit. But outside of that, having fun. Got a little bit of, a beer that I'm not quite a big fan of. The Guinness Drought. You ever try that? It's kind of left in the fridge, and I was like, yeah, exactly. Like, no, it says a draught stout, which is like,
there we go.
Yeah. So sorry, my Bostonian accent was kicking in there. So Matt, how are you doing, sir? What's going on?
Doing well. Just did Parks on the Air with the club this morning. We went out and had some breakfast and hit the park, and there was a Dominican Republic festival right next door, so the parking lot was crowded, but we were able to set up, but the bands were a little rough. We were hunting and pecking, and it was a tough go, though.
Cool. Yeah, it's kind of, the bands were a little messy today. I know that we had a couple of solar storms roll through just recently, or on the way.
Yeah, KP index was like a 4 or 5 today, and tomorrow, if it's cleared up, I'm going to do 3 parks, Big Pocono, and then 2 state game lands on the way back, so should be good. Hey, there's trouble. We found trouble.
Look at him. There he is.
There he is.
He's enjoying the weather.
I'm not trouble.
Oh, he's got to unmute. He's got to unmute. Izzo, your mic's... I'm just playing with you.
Mike is trouble. Mike's trouble, not Izzo.
How's it going, Izzo? It's like him taking a drink of water.
Tell me if you guys still hear an echo.
Well, talk.
It's
still a little bit there. It's a little bit there, but it's tolerable. How about you guys?
Yeah, I hear it after. Yeah.
It's a little bit there, but we're good for now.
I don't have any other sound coming out of anywhere except for in my speakers. I hear, my headphones, I hear you guys. I turned off automatic gain control and turned it down to see if that would make a difference. I don't know.
Maybe it's one of the settings within EV Mux with the audio or something. If there's
she's playing around with it.
Yeah.
You got the right settings for your mic and everything, right? Oh. She
just
popped in. Okay. All right, well, we'll roll with it. It's not as bad. It is still a little bit there.
It's like I don't have this. Nobody ever mentions this problem when I'm in Discord, so that's why I'm like, I don't know why it only happens on the live stream.
I don't know. I left my troubleshooting technical hat somewhere over there, and I can't reach it. Sorry.
Yeah, he's on weekend mode. Weekend mode.
Yeah, the band conditions today, like I looked this morning because I know if you remember Adam, Alpha 1 November, he and I did that POTA on Wednesday over at Great Brook Farm State Park. And then he was saying he was maybe going to go to Minuteman today because he's trying to get a kilo there. I think he's pretty close. Maybe only needed around like another 100 contacts or so. And I looked at the band conditions this morning and they did not look good. And then he ended up going out anyway because I got a ham alert. And I asked him, I was like, hey, how's the POTA going? He was like, yeah, I just abandoned it. We went and got ice cream instead.
That's always good.
Yeah, man. It's being where Great Brook Farm is, you have the benefit of everything. If you have a failed activation, at least you can lick your wounds with ice cream.
Yep. So, yeah, and like for those of you that maybe you didn't see the Bruin Activate yesterday, the picture here behind me, this map, is our QSO map from our POTA on Wednesday at Great Brook Farm. and we activated on 20 meters, 40
All
meters,
FT8.
and 15 meters. No, it wasn't. It was all SSB. I don't do FT8 in the field.
I know you log with paper. What makes you think you're gonna bring a laptop out?
Yes, exactly. So, we ended up having something like 92 contacts, and then it ended up being around like 100 lines in the book because we had multiple people that were in like 3 parks, 4 parks, 5 parks, I think. It was crazy.
Nice.
So,
Well, that explains why Matt had a difficult time because literally you dried up every single contact on him. Yeah, there was nothing left.
All the band.
Back to you, Mike.
So I kind of I don't know if we talked about what we got going on in our cups or our mouths or whatever. But I'm representing Northern New York tonight, so I got the 1812 Amber from Sackett's Harbor.
Nice.
I did it was a nice video. My son and I doing POTA on 7.2 at the battlefield from earlier this month, and later on. And I will transition to got some maple whiskey from Clayton up in the Thousand Islands,
Nice.
and then I got some New York Scotch.
So we're rolling in an HRCC time frame then.
wow. Yeah. I'm like, how many drinks are you planning on?
No, I'll just have a little bit. I'm going to represent New York tonight, but I'll have a little bit of each, and stuff. But good stuff. Good stuff.
Very cool, man. Nice. Definitely.
So I know you said you
let us
had
know
the
when you
Guinness.
pivot.
Yeah. Matt, what do you got going on?
Oh, I got my favorite. Old Rasputin.
Oh, nice.
That stuff's some good stuff. North Coast. Oh, it's the Russian Imperial Ale. That stuff's it's awesome. Yep.
Very cool.
Sorry,
They
cigar
serve
you
that
got
right from the
is,
bar behind you.
What's that?
They serve that from the bar behind you.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yep.
What you smoking on, Izzo?
Why do I feel like I'm the designated transport driver van tonight? Or
You are.
I'm drinking.
You're the designated host, really, is what it boils down to. So if everybody fails, you're the one that step in.
Luscious lemonade. It's just straight lemonade, and tonight is a Nicaraguan, the Mia Carita. Could not get out today, but it sounds like I didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
So
No, they're bad.
got out last weekend though, and I played with this thing called what I call the 64-1, and it was fun.
I actually sent you the right one this time. Good.
I said, in Discord, I'm like, "Are you sure you sent me the right one this time?" He's like, "Did you look on the side of the?" I'm like, and I did.
There should have been a label there. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, it was there. It was there.
Mm.
But ran it as a sloper, and I also ran it as an inverted V.
Ooh.
Which one better?
Inverted V.
Yeah.
In all fairness, it's hard to tell because band conditions changed. I was on 40, then I was on 20, and then it just. I made a lot of contacts.
That's all that matters, right?
That's all that matters.
It does.
So
I'm just always, we're I'm doing a big push over here on Brew and Activate where we're always kind of like trying to improve your experience kind of thing. So I'm always interested in seeing, what people's, mileage is in terms of whether one performs over another and, what the scenarios that kind of dictated it.
If everybody, which I assume they watched Clubhouse on Tuesday, we had Van on there, Vaughn, KN4, KBN from the Envis corner.
Mm-hmm.
What I got to do is take Matt's Reliance antenna and don't put it up at 28, 30 feet. Drop it down to like maybe 10 or 12 feet and run it as an inverted V and go with Envis and try that. I think that's going to be a fun thing to experiment.
Yep.
So there you go.
Hmm.
Is everybody shell shocked from last night's Icom unveil? Or is it just me?
Shell shock? I don't know about shell shock.
7110.
Okay, wait. Yeah, is it? Wait, let me see if it's the word. I don't care about the price.
There was a
Because-
price.
Well, you know how speculation is. It spreads like manure. And you know what sometimes manure is? It's either good for the fertilizer or it's just pure shit is all it is.
It's just poopy. Those that know the Ted Lasso, it's just poopy.
Yeah. So I wish everybody would just calm down. And at the end of the day, when it does get revealed how much it is what it is. It's like the price of gas. I don't like it, but I want it, and or a pound of bacon or whatever. Figure it out or don't figure it out and just keep on using what you're using, okay? The complainers are going to complain, and I think that's going to be the most social media buzz that I am going to ignore and I don't care about. But watching it was, first off, the front was not what I expected, and I'm happy it is. I really like that. I like that 7300, 705 front. I do. I like that. Obviously, there seems to be a little bit more horsepower in there. I don't care what it doesn't have. I really don't care. You don't have a tuner, Icom. I don't care. I got tuners. I'll put a tuner on it, or I'll use a resident antenna. I don't care. But here I was, not knowing the price, and I went to bed sleeping, and I had this, I don't know if it was a dream, but here I was trying to sell various things. I said, you know something, if I haven't done this in 3 to 5 years, it's time to sell it. And I was just cleaning stuff like an estate sale to just, not to justify the cost of buying it, but just to, and I don't even know the price. Maybe I could afford it without even having to give up some toys. But it just kept me up. It just kept me up not knowing what this number was. You know, just give it to me, Doc. You know what I mean? Just give it to me, Doc. It is what it is.
So, just to back the train up, I'm curious, which stream did all you guys watch? Did you watch Hayden's? Did you watch HRCC's? What was it? There was another one.
I watched Hayden's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched it because I fell asleep. I fell asleep, and
I was in bed watching it. I got tired like partway through, and I'm like, all right, I'm done, because it was an early morning today.
I think I learned how to count down in Japanese. Okay, because that was, but it was very cool how they did it and everything. But we all know. Okay, so it's under the glass. You know, maybe next year they will be in distribution, but maybe by winter. I don't know if the FCC, you know, where they are with a type acceptance.
I don't think it's under glass. I mean, in essence, you saw on Hayden's stream, they were playing with it. I mean, they ran through every function menu trying to, you know, quickly decipher what they really had under,
But
under
that's
wraps,
in Japan, though. That's the Japanese model. Okay, we have to. I'm not saying the American model is going to be 100%. Listen, it's going to be close. We all know that, right? And whatever the type acceptance is required here in America per the FCC, it is what it is. Okay, and yes, Kevin's right. Imagine that thing going down to .005 and checking in on Sunday nights to the QRP SSB. That would be fun.
Yeah,
one radio does it all. Really, you know. But again, I just found it very interesting. Again, from a cosmetic perspective, I liked it. I'm a D-Star guy, so I'm like, okay, well, I can throw some D-Star in here, you know, on my local. I guess I'm excited for it. I'm just going to patiently wait. Is that the big elephant in the room, or is that not the big elephant in the room?
No, I would, for me, so put it this way, I'm now a little bit more Icom curious. I was never an Icom, you know.
Icom curious.
I was never, ever, will say, an Icom kind of, you know, I always thought you guys were drinking some really weird, you know, juice over there and enjoying your radios, and that's fine. You know, Ashiesu folks are a bunch of weird people anyway. You know, we embrace the engineering versions of menus and, you know, and bad UI. So, you know, you can take our
you
bad
UI.
UI
You guys use the
out
term
of our...
menu very liberally.
Well, menu okay. The menu.
Yeah, but like, how many saw HRCC's video on the Kenwood dual band. Like, you've seen their menu system. That's not any better than Icom, any better than Yaesu's. Like, they have a number system, and then if you go to the second level, as a number change there, and then a number like why do you build like those menus that way? Like that, and they started icons too, which is like kind of weird. It's like, oh, we're gonna make you look like an icon menu, but once you click on an icon, you now get a whole bunch of list of text. It's like, okay, way to make it look sort of like that. But I put it this way: if it holds all the water that it says it has in terms of functionality, features, even the price point, if it's no higher than $1,500, I could replace 2 radios in my truck with that, and I probably could sell both of those.
I mean,
I was thinking the same thing too. Shannon,
there's no way that it's gonna no higher than $1,500. It's gonna be more than $1,500.
Do you really think so?
Yes,
I think 15, 16, but
basically, to me, it seems like it is the Icom equivalent of the A2 FTX1 Optima, except for the fact that with the FTX, you can take off the the front, and that becomes its own little QRP radio. And I don't think the Icom has that functionality. But other than that, it's like it does, two VHF, UHF, 70 centimeters, 2 meters, and
but
then the
not
HF piece.
Doesn't the FX1 not have basically duplex? I thought the Icom does. I didn't think the FX1 had why am I forgetting? Yeah, duplex, not duplex. What's for satellites? I'm trying to think the feature you have to have
duplex.
both. Yeah, full
Full
duplex.
duplex.
Thank you. Yeah,
full duplex.
So yeah, the FX1 doesn't have that. And so I think that's where I'm like, they screwed the pooch there. They could have been all 3 of them, QRP, full 100-watt, and full duplex if they built it the right way, but they didn't, and they kind of shortchanged it. And so, like, I can't now do many modes with the FX1, but if the 7110 comes out the way it's supposed to, but dude, that's right up my alley. I want to be able to satellites. I want to be able to do sideband.
Is this a fair assessment? And I think we need to do this with all radios, including myself. Sometimes I forget and I don't. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying about the manufacturer, but it's us. What are you guys do? What are you going to use the radio for? Are you going to use, because satellite operation is going to be are going to need some additional features than maybe a traditional just HF guy is going to use it, or girl is going to use it. Okay. Is that a correct statement? That
I think you're right. And like for the space stuff, like satellites and EME, like that's the 9700. That rig is solid for if you're looking to do moon bounce or satellites and any of that. Like that's a really fantastic.
No,
radio.
But the 7110 could probably do FM birds though, right? Or sorry, linear birds. It would be able to do that, right? Yeah,
possibly.
If it could, I mean, I don't know about a lot of the guys.
I suck at satellites, so you might be asking the wrong guy.
Well, true, but you're running around with HTs and Yagis. But I would say with something like that in a chest pack, or whatever, it like the fact that I could basically put the radio part in a backpack and then put the chest like a mount on the front, and it's only the faceplate and have all the mic and everything else like that. I don't know. It's kind of attractive if it falls into that satellite bracket, but if it's not, or it's a little crippled there, I might.
So following
you're gonna look like a Ghostbuster. You got like the RF deck on your back. Pull out the Yagi.
I'll look like a mini I'll look like a mini Ghostbuster because that thing's not any bigger than like a body of a FDM 300. So,
but when you look at, so now we're gonna get into the better screens. Now we all want waterfalls. Okay, tuner or no tuner. I'm not gonna go down there.
It's got
with
one.
that top. Okay, but you get into then the whole thing of, do you want 2 meters? Do you want 440? Do you want sideband with that? Okay, and there comes the potential of doing, again, I was looking at it from an emergency perspective. I thought, every EOC should have a great radio like that does a little bit of everything. I am a major advocate of 2 meter sideband. Putting an amplifier on it of 300 to 500 watts in work county or counties. A lot of guys don't want to do that. They all want to go with their NVIS. Or actually, some guys don't even want to use NVIS. They want to go on 75 meters. That's how we're going to do it. Yeah, okay, good luck.
Is that an 80 meter rant?
No. I just start thinking when you want a radio in your bucket or in your wish list, in your tool bag of I want a radio that does this and does this and does this and does this. I think it's only natural for the price to go up and be expected because that's what you want. This, again, a couple guys were posting, well, like what was the original price of the 7100 back when it came out? I'm just trying to think. My first 7300, I have two 7300s. The first one came out, I think I paid $9.99, and that was with the $100 coupon that they gave you. So basically, it was $1,000. The second one, I think it was $1,200. It dropped it down to $1,100. Okay, and the first one was purchased in 06, I think, 2006, I believe. Help me out when if somebody has the Google in front of them. When was the first version? You start at
2000. Yeah, I'm looking at.
It was 2013 for 7100.
Yeah.
No, but the 7300, the first 7300. When did that? 2012 maybe. That sound about right. 2009, 10, 12.
No, they say mid January 2016 in Japan rollout for the 7300. Yeah, announced August 2015, released January 2016.
How much did you pay for your 7100 there, Izzo? Brand new?
No, 7300.
Oh, 7300.
Because it was $1,000 minus a $100 coupon.
So according to the AI kind of search here, real quick, in 2013 when the 7100 came out, it was retailing for $1,664.95.
Yep.
The 7300.
7100.
No, I've never had a 7100. I've only had
okay.
Again.
But if we're comparing the 7100 to say 7110, which is pretty much the replacement, right? I mean, that's
it seems
we're
like
looking at
it's
2Gs now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
For price.
it could possibly, because I was hoping it would be between 1,200 and 1,500.
I think it might be after a
think,
year.
I think it's going to be closer to 2,000, but that's just me.
What's
Shannon, you might be right.
You're probably right.
If you look at the price of, like I said, so if you look at the price of like the FTX One Optima, that's like close to 2,000. If you look at the price of like the 7300 Mark II, that doesn't even have VHF, UHF, and that's already retail price is almost $1,500. So it's gonna be more than that. It's gonna be more than 1,500. I think it's gonna be closer to like 1,900 or 2,000. And then, there'll be some rebates and stuff, and prices will drop, and they'll have sales and everything. But
I mean, people thought I was crazy when I bought my KX3. They're like, why would you buy a radio that does, because I wanted it. There is a small or maybe a vast majority of us who just want it. And we don't care. Just we don't care. Life is too short or whatever the reason is, I'm going to buy it. It's just, and then
at some point, especially when it comes to this hobby, I think money is sort of like no object, right? You can't really be, you can't really be in this hobby and be like super cheap, I guess, because it's not a super cheap hobby and everything is relative. But
Shannon, would you tell a new ham to go buy that radio, or would you tell a ham, tell you what, why don't you try this? And
honestly, I would probably say no. And so like when I first got into the hobby back in 2020, I was advised to get a Zyku G90, and I know that's like the most polarizing, divisive radio out there that people either love it or hate it. Mine doesn't do that, okay? And I couldn't even hear that weird beep that you were talking about on the video.
You really have to. I'll amplify the audio. It's there. I'll tell you.
Hunt for Red October beep.
When you are first getting into this hobby and you don't even know if you're going to like it or not, are you going to go out and spend over $2,000 to get a radio and antenna and battery or power supply and all the stuff that you need to get started in the hobby. The newest, biggest, fanciest, bestest radio out there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think so. I think, you kind of have to maybe start a little bit less expensive and see if you even like it before you kind of make that big deep dive into.
But like, so here's the differences I see, and I run into a lot of this when I talk to a lot of new guys and gals coming in the club, is like they want their own radio. Like when it comes to like older gear, they tend to go, ugh. Like they're just like, they're not like always willing to just take it. Like I remember when I came in the hobby, almost 30 years ago, it was like someone would give me a mobile or an HT. I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is like, yeah, great. I'll take it. I'll use it and I'll, run through it.
You know why, Eric? I think it's a psychological thing for guys. Shannon, tell me if I'm right or wrong, or if it's a fair assessment. When a guy turns 16, when a male turns 16, you know what he wants? He wants
girls.
Brand new. Besides that, he wants to put girls in a brand new vehicle of his choice, what he wants, how he wants it, and that's it. If he has to scale down to something different, like something given his grandfather's car, okay, and all this other or whatever,
the parents' minivan.
Yes, the parents. Yes, the Dodge Dart, okay, or whatever that individual doesn't feel is. It's a kick in the pants, and you kind of gotta suck it up and this and that for a lot of reasons. And I think that's how it is for some hams when they come into this hobby. And unless they got a lot of cash behind them, you know what I say? I salute. Have a nice day. Catch you on the air. But a lot of us didn't have that loot, so we had to learn.
Oh, and gear wasn't as proliferate as everywhere it is now. We didn't have the Chinese market growing up. I wish we did, but we didn't.
Yeah, I mean, every 16-year-old boy wants, the Mustang or the Lambo or the BMW or like whatever the fancy schmancy sports car is, brand new to cruise around town. But
it's like a woman. We all want a brand new woman.
But do you though?
You're gonna get in trouble, my friend.
I'm sorry.
I won't raise my hand on that one. I'm good with mine.
Shannon's gonna do this. It's all quiet. Come over here.
It's gonna take you off to the side and X-Files you.
No hard for you too.
Sometimes the older woman has more experience. Just saying. Anyway, so
yep, I don't disagree.
Just
depends on what that experience is.
Yep. So,
correct.
So where was I now? Okay.
I know you lost your train of thought. Take a bus.
Sorry, it's all my trouble.
Radios, cars, Lambos, something like that.
Like you were saying, we don't always have the cash flow behind us to make that reality. In fact, in most cases, we don't have the cash flow behind us to make that.
Correct.
And so for a lot of people, like Eric just did the poll. Are you going to sell a radio to get the 7110? Okay, how many people are probably going to sell their 7100s now so that they can get the 7110? There's probably going to be a number of hams that will do that. So
there's going to be people selling their kidneys. You know that. They're going to be selling. They're going. Shannon, seriously, I already said, do I sell one of my 7300s? Do I sell my 891? Oh, hey, sweet deal. I'm going to throw in the ATAS with it. Tell you what, I'm going to throw in the Go box with it and maybe a bio battery. You should have seen me last night, Shannon. I was playing. Like game show of what do you want and how can we
make a deal?
Yes, let's make a deal of how of how I could take whatever that number is. Remember, whatever the number is, 1,500 to 2,200, and how do I keep doing this, so it feels more acceptable to me.
So but that would be a great opportunity for like a new ham to, maybe get like some slightly older gear that is still perfectly good and usable and has been well cared for. So, now is the time, and kind of, coming up soon to start like, check out on the Discords where, they have swaps or your local clubs or Facebook Marketplace, obviously like you want to buy from someone that you sort of know and trust. I wouldn't recommend just buying from any stranger because you don't want to get scammed or get something that like you don't really know if it's in working condition. Buy from people you know and trust.
I'm going to tell them this radio made 16,000 contacts over the last 5 years. Guess what? And so can you. You know what I mean? I mean, whatever it takes. But we all know. But all I know is if I sell any equipment, I want the person. First of all, I'm going to sell. I'm an honest man when I sell my stuff. Okay, I'm very, very honest, and most of the time, I'll even knock it down a few. I'm not here to shake anybody down. But I say this very sincerely. When I sell a piece of gear, I want it to go to somebody who's going to use it and love it and appreciate it and get it on the ear. Please don't throw it in the closet. Nothing more, especially if I give it to you at a super duper deal, or especially if I give it to you for free. You better freaking use that thing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's just because it gave me a lot of pleasure. That gave me a ton of pleasure. It made me jump up and down when I made that contact or whatever. I want that person to feel that same. Now get out there and you're getting a great radio. Go have fun.
See, yeah. Mike was ready to like rep the radio there for a second. It got heavy though.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I gotta put the. I gotta tell you what the.
So while you're doing that, Mike,
quick. All right, here I got it. So
okay. We don't see it. All I see is it. Okay.
There it is. All right.
Yeah. No, we do.
So I'm lucky. That's I was telling Eric before the stream. That's a loaner from my VHF club. So they have a 7100, and I just picked it up a couple weeks ago. And I'm excited to use it because I've been eyeing this radio for a while because of what Don is saying. And Izzo's right, and Shannon's right from a number of perspectives. So Izzo talking about how you're going to use the thing, right? And for my use, which is not, I don't want to say not normal, but I use things a little different. I'm interested in the VHF contesting and stuff like that. So all band, all mode is very appealing to me. I'm in the Icom ecosystem already. I'm very familiar. The first time I used it for a 2-meter sideband net, it was a piece of cake because I have a 705 and a 7300. And then this pivots to where Shannon's correct too, because there's a fire sale on these right now. And I'm excited to be able to play with this now because if I really like it a lot, it's going to do one of two things. I can start to think, is this worth paying $700-800 to buy a new one while they're on sale now? Does this meet my needs? Or do I want to wait, pick something up used? Or if I really like it a lot, then I can start to think, wow, this would be even better if it had a color screen, or if it had this feature, or was putting out 50 watts instead of less. Yeah. And so I get to try before I buy. I can play around and have fun in the contest next month with it. I can probably play with it for a little bit more. And then, the other thing too, I'll show, I picked up at a Hamfest today. So the one criticism.
Awesome. You are awesome. I have one too. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's going to be one of the criticisms that people are, it doesn't have a tuner. Well, I bought that because I have my 7300 and I think it'd be fun. And, as I'm starting to think about putting something up that's permanent or semi-permanent at the house, that's nice. The remote antenna tuner, it's weatherized, it's built for being outside. I got it for a good price. It's barely been used. And, I know the guy.
Let me ask you a $64,000 question because I was thinking about this. Is the other part that kept me up last night.
Yeah.
What if I sell the 891 and the ATOS, and I go for the 7100? I'm looking for the mobile. Mm-hmm. I want an Icom.
What are you going to run for antenna?
I have a Colo. It's called the Reliance. I have.
So
I have an LDG. I have an LDG Icom tuner that plugs.
I made the bad assumption.
I have the AH4. No, it's not a bad assumption. Yeah. Don Izzo has stuff. I am an Icom fanboy for a lot of plug and play, get ready, go. Mm-hmm. So what I was thinking with Mike was, if Mike likes that 7100 so much, but he's not going to use all those features for a while now in the 7110. do you get yourself a 7000 and just or 7100 and have at it, have fun?
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
No.
Yeah. Why?
Here's why. I hate the design of the 7100 for me. Just it doesn't tickle my fancy. Like it looks
Okay,
too much
fair,
like
fair.
a calculator with the little flip up
Okay.
thing, kind of thing, and the black and white screen just kind of The whole design of the 70, the newest one, the 10. I would, now that you said that, I mean, I have an 891 in my bag I carry around. I probably, maybe, it would fit perfectly fine in the bag where the 891 is right now. So I would just have to have something a little bit more padded.
Why
for the
don't you
faceplate.
buy my 891 then? And I'll give you a
Because
great deal on it.
I already have two of them. And actually, if you're
You
looking
need
to
a
sell,
third.
if you're looking to sell your 891, let's have a little conversation offline because I have a friend up here who has a crappy G90 and he wants to get rid of it. And so that you might be the impetus.
The impetus.
So
Yeah.
just on the sidebar here, I was just doing some quick pricing. The new 5100 or 5200 that came out, right? It's like 12 something. When the original 5100 came out, it was $899 in 2014. The equivalent $2026 is $1268. So okay, let's do some backwards math here.
We're gonna do math on stream.
And so, if we're going back to the 7100 being around $1,600 in 2013,
Yeah.
Today's prices, according to AI, should put it around 2,200. That's insane. Like that's a lot of 891s to sell to be able to get it close.
And let me tell you this. I purchased a 5100 from a friend who bought it in a box. It sat in the box. It never saw the day of light. I don't want to tell you the screaming deal he gave it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It went downstairs in the shack. It got unboxed, went in the shack. It got played with fairly enough down here, here at the shack, but not a lot as what I would do in a mobile situation. And no disrespect to Icom, I'm not going to buy the 5200. My 5100 does everything that I need it to do. It looks great. It's, there was no cigar smoke on it. The screen is impeccable. There's no scratches. I'm going to, when I bought the new truck, guess what went in it? The 5100. So there's ways. I think what I'm trying to say is look at these radios and determine is the new radio really going to give you everything that you want? And if it does, go for it. And guess what? What does T.O. say? Live once, cry all the time. Or I forget.
Buy once, cry once.
Yeah, buy once, cry once. All right. Or maybe the new good one that you have, or somebody that you could trust, test it out, make sure it's nothing's been affected from receive, the transmit looks good, no cosmetic blemishes, this and that. Maybe that could be your great diamond in the rough there, right there, and make you happy, let you have fun.
True.
Yeah. But also, I'd tell hams don't be afraid to fail. Right. Don't be afraid to get something you don't like. You're learning in the process. And it's also too, like Shannon was kind of talking about, getting into the hobby, with a lesser expensive radio. And I always point, like, I got the G90 first, and it was like I was looking at a G90 or an 891, and I figured the couple $100 I save, I knew I needed to get coax, I needed to get antennas, I needed to get all kinds of things, like, because I was starting from a blank slate, right? And I like the G90. I think it's a great entry level radio because it enables you to experiment a lot. It's great for portable ops like I like to do and stuff. But I moved on and I regretted selling it. I bought another. But then I sold that because I wasn't using it as much, because at that point I was like, nope, I like the 705 and the 7300 better because of the audio and some of the other features that I slowly moved into. But right out of the gate, like as a new ham, I wasn't taking advantage of even all the features on the G90, let alone fully taking advantage of some of the stuff that's in a 705 or a 7300. So
can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
Don't tell Matt. When I met Matt up at Nearfest last year, he was selling a G90.
Yep.
Right? And of course, what he says, Izzo, you want to buy a G90? I'm like, instead of walking away, man, he ought to be a drug dealer because
He is. That's why he sells antennas. But yeah,
that's true. And I think he said it. He says,
Thanks,
and, I,
Matt.
and but I was like, do I really want a G90? I'm just trying to think. Yes, I had the 891 too. And so I'm doing the calculations in my head. Well, I may have 15 antennas, but I only have 5 radios. Is that okay? And I'm doing the ratio, and I'm doing all this algebra and geometry and trigonometry in my head. And I'm like, slow down, brain. Because Matt's got a G90, and you guys have all been saying how great it is. And I walked away, and to this day, I kind of kick myself. Did I walk away smart, or was I stupid for walking away? And I hope the person who did get it is using it and having fun with it.
thanks, Matt.
It was a new ham,
Thanks.
and the only reason I was selling a G90 is I already bought a second G90, and the reason I was selling it is because it had that.
What is wrong with you people?
It had that horrible Molex in the back of it.
Oh, the
and I got a new one that had
Tamia, something like that.
Tamaya.
It was horrible.
If Abe's still in the chat, he knows. He knows the proper name. But
It's called the Tamaya.
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 Tamayo.
Tamia.
The person that bought your G90 was it was Tortoise's friend, right? I forget her name.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Annie?
Yeah, Annie.
No,
Annie
Annie didn't buy it.
No,
she did
Annie
not.
didn't buy that.
No,
She
she
bought the
didn't buy it.
706.
Oh.
She bought the
Yeah.
706.
Yes, I
Think
was
she asked
walking
about
around
it.
trying
Yep.
to. I was walking around trying to find her a radio that day. I was like, I'm gonna find her. Let's get her a radio. Let's get her on the air, and she can go home. Tortoise is going to help her set her up, and by Thursday or Friday, she's going to be on the air. That was the goal. So.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Tortoise, look.
Wow,
who
we just
showed
mentioned his
up.
name twice and he shows up.
Oh,
Three
man,
times.
yeah.
And like you kind of bring
What?
up a good point too about like the price. Like, okay,
Yeah.
so let's say, the 7110, let's just say it's like $2,000, right? I don't know about you guys, but like I was very wary at first of bringing like a $2,000 radio out into the park to do.
Why is
quota
that?
or
Why,
whatever.
Shannon? Why?
Why?
I was just afraid that like something was gonna happen to it. Like I was gonna like.
When
drop
did that
it, or
stop?
it's
Because
gonna
now
get
you leave it
dirt
in your
into
trunk.
it, no, I take it out of my
That's
trunk
awesome.
to like to go to the picnic table.
She takes the junk out.
Well, that I understand, but it goes back in your trunk to bounce around and, as your day to day.
It doesn't bounce around. It's
Oh,
in
right.
its original box with its original foam.
Oh, yes, I
packing
do remember
around it.
seeing that. Yes. Oh, yes.
Yes.
I forgot about all the foam packaging, man.
But-
I'm going to have to
But-
dock you if you sell it because the packaging's a
Yeah.
little damaged.
Oh yeah, it's not in perfect condition, but I do have the original box with the original styrofoam packaging. Same thing with I have right here, literally because
An elbow.
from when I brought this out to test it the other day. So I have my G90 still in its original box, still with its original styrofoam.
You guys remind me of
packaging.
like the guys who sell bought action figures.
Yeah,
action
but
figures
she's
and
got
left
all
with
the
it.
original stuff. Like that's an $800-900 G90 right there.
Because of the box.
In,
Yeah.
Because of the box and the styrofoam.
In what currency, Mike? I'm trying to curious.
Yeah.
Because
And,
I just saw Radiati's last sale and it was like $345, $354
Yeah.
for the
And-
brand new one.
Without the
and
N2MAK coupon code.
That
Yeah.
and the thing is too is that
Awesome
radio
flush.
was great to bring with me to England, right? It's like I'm not gonna bring my 710 to England because that thing is big, especially when you count the original box and the foam packing and all that stuff. So
They do have backpacks
that
for those,
is
but
that's great to travel with. And Izzo kind of brought up a good point about having the ATOS, right? Like that's one reason why I'm not gonna switch to Icom now is because I have an ATOS antenna on the back of my car. So if I'm gonna hook anything up to HF, it's gonna be another Yaesu radio.
But okay, so my Mike's got his hand up there a second. I was going to say there is a company out there that actually is creating a box. I think I was talking to you, Matt. Was it you? No, I can't remember who I was talking to. It has created basically a box that does the conversion from any radio to your ATAS now that will allow you to tune it. So yeah, you just buy the box and now you can keep your ATAS and throw any radio on the back end of it.
Yeah.
Now, are we talking about the 7110?
10,
yes.
yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Hey, you missed
It
the
does.
discussion.
It does not have an antenna tuner.
It does.
So I just
Doesn't
watched a
know.
review. It does not have an internal antenna
Doesn't
tuner.
every radio have a basic antenna tuner in it?
No.
No.
The
Izzo doesn't care. Izzo said he doesn't care.
Yeah.
It says, who
the
cares? I got an LDG. No,
The
it does
IC
not. You're right. Wow, Mike is right.
It does not have a built-in antenna tuner, so you're kind of you're.
Well, then what the hell is the button for? Why do they have a button on the front of the display that says tuner?
Because of what I showed earlier,
tuner.
like the age, the Icom external tuners and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Just like
Come on,
there's a
Eric,
tune
keep
button
up.
on the 705, yeah.
Man, it's so typical of Icom. They just charge extra for a bracket now, and now they charge an extra for a tuner.
And
Oh
Yaesu
my
got Yaesu
Not so
got
curious
the same,
anymore.
Yaesu got the same shit too. You know something? It is what it is. Can we say that?
You sound like a
just-
defeated ham radio operator, so.
No, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I'm not. I am not the guy who opens a box up and says it better have who comes in preconceived ideas. It better have this. It better have that. I don't even care if it doesn't have a paper manual. I don't even want a paper manual because I'm going to go to the web and I want the PDF. So let's not even waste time with giving me paper. I'll save a tree. But that's just me.
Shannon with her paper logs.
Yeah, you know.
Kills a lot of trees.
She killed trees.
But
Tree murderer.
you know, and actually to go back to one little thing that Mike Smith had said way back, and I know Izzo, you said you're like a D-Star guy. Do D-Star on HF. Try D-Star on HF. So Mike and my former Elmer, Golf 5 Oscar Uniform Tango. They did D-Star on 160-meter ham sticks.
Wow.
Before. They said it was a very, very fun experience. So definitely, if you guys have, get that 7110, or if you have ICOM radio in your mobile vehicle that is capable of D-Star, definitely give D-Star on HF a try with your 160-meter ham sticks.
D-Star and HF is something I actually have wanted to do. I know that there's a net. There's a Saturday, Sunday D-Star HF net.
Correct.
And one's in the afternoon or evening, or the other's in the morning. I forget what. And they kind of have a schedule where they work through
On 30 Charlie,
20, 40, 80 or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of a neat thing. I don't know, Izzo, you might know, since you do D-Star a little bit more, the bandwidth on D-Star is a digital mode versus sideband or whatever. Is it a more of a bandwidth, or is it less being digital?
What do you want to hear? I don't know, but what do you want to hear? And I'll tell you. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have procrastinated. I am embarrassed to say I have procrastinated. I know it's my crazy work schedule and personal stuff that goes on, but I want to do the HF on Sunday.
Okay.
I follow it on the groups IO. I follow them in other areas, and I just I need to set my alarm on my phone. That's the only way of me getting to do. It's like tonight. I had to set my alarm on my phone to make sure to be here.
All right, I've got a little cricket in
So
the
Mike-
background that sent me a text and said, "Hey, are you joining?" Because I passed out on the couch. Just saying.
Figure so.
Just saying. It's one of those days.
Yep.
But Mike, I would
What did
love
it
to
say
know
on
how it sounds.
Tortoise's card in the intro? Did it say like the weakness was sleep or something?
No, it was rabbits.
Oh, rabbits.
You gave them rabbits.
Okay, that was an earlier draft.
You only sent me one, Mike. You only sent me one.
Oh yeah, I sent you the final draft. You didn't see the others.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
You'll see it on the
listen.
outro.
Yeah. you
I
will.
want to listen on HFD. I want to hear what it sounds like. I want to hear what the propagation for that
Yeah.
day, for that. It's a curiosity. Hey, can you hear me? It's just like anything else. I want to do it. I want to do
So
it.
I got something for you.
What do you got?
Oh, they're wavy
What-
too.
Wavy barbecue?
Yeah.
Like, why
Better
would
than
you
regular
want? Why wavy versus not kettle or whatever?
To get the best penetration of barbecue.
Yes,
More
and
I can think of other
surface
ways.
area, right?
it's a lot and it's a lot
Different.
easier to get into your dip.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
your chips have more
Ah.
tensile strength
Those-
when they
they-
have the waves.
those
It's like
ridges.
corrugated cardboard.
Thanks for
Oh,
going
there
all
is
geek
so-
on us, Shannon.
There's so much. No,
Corrugated
there's so much I
cardboard.
want to say right now, and I've got to be good. There's so much I want to say.
See, look,
Oh,
they're
we're almost an hour in. So you can say whatever you want now.
No, I can't.
Eric's gonna get ready to clip it, so we're good.
Exactly. That's all the requirement. You signed the NDA at the beginning, so you're fine.
I want to blame Grouch. No, see, if Grouch was here, I would have said it, and then we would have just blamed Grouch. So,
Well, you still can. He decided to bow out, so
Yeah, maybe he'll appear like Tortoise now that we're saying his name.
And DeLorean's saying that he's going to go out to a park tomorrow, bring his 705, and
Nice.
maybe try D-Star HF. That's cool.
Well, if you guys are looking for clips, here's a clip of the D-Star HF stuff that I found. I knew I listened to one a long time ago, and I thought, oh, that was really cool. And then I realized, oh, D-Star, I don't have any Icom gear. Can't play in that field.
Gotta get the 7110 then. Gotta get it.
Dude, if it's, okay.
Eric, what's your number? Listen, we all have a number. We all have. Every man, every woman. When you go to the store, you go to the car dealership, you go look for a house, you go look at a radio. We all have a number. Eric?
Sir, here is a check with my name on it. Write down any number on this piece of paper, and I will pay it.
Exactly. Eric,
That's my number.
Eric, seriously, Eric, what's your number? What's your number?
I don't have one, and here's why. And so
Why?
I never, as a rule of thumb, because in my IT world, I've been on the bleeding edge for a long time with a lot of stuff, and I hate being on the bleeding edge because you just spend too much time fighting to get what you want out of the radio. And not to say that the Icom couldn't deliver. So I will let it hit market, and I'll let everybody, who wants to jump on the bandwagon and buy them out and go crazy. Being a YouTuber is kind of one of those things that I have to resist doing because you want to review it because, reviews are what do it for your channel. And so, I don't know, 6 months, a year. If I wait a year, which I probably will, I would bite it like $1,250.
I'm thinking it's going to come out at $1,500.
It will, brand new, but I'm sure there'll be a few individuals that'll buy it and be like, I hate this, and they'll throw it on the market in a year, and you might be able to scoop one up, especially in a local club. I always have a few hams in our club that they go buy the latest stuff.
I think every radio does that. Am I right? I think the Yaesu, what was it? What was it, Shannon? The
FX1.
FX1.
TX1.
I think some hams did it with. I think that is a normal thing for any radio, and then let the bottom feeders go for it.
Yeah, and that for me is just
There's going to be
easier.
bugs and kinks to work out, so kind of let that stuff work itself out.
That's a good point too. Do you buy it right away, or do you go that route there and just give it 6 months?
I give it a year, not 6 months, but yeah.
Serious question, like, and I don't. With Icom versus let's look at Kenwood or Yaesu, and I think Yaesu with the FTX one's a good example. They released it, and there were some issues and some with the software, firmware, whatever technical stuff that it needed some updates to get some things fixed, or some things weren't working quite well right out of the box. And then you have like Kenwood, most recently with the mobile. I mean, it was like vaporware for like 2 years or whatever.
Still,
now
yeah.
it's finally out there, and it's great that it is, especially because it's got 220, and I'm glad that there's a bigger manufacturer putting that out there. But going back, and I'm talking like before I was a ham, like have there been issues like in the last decade or two, like with Icom putting out stuff and it's half baked?
Icom struggled for a while when they got their new menuing system out, but that was like 2010 to 11 or whenever they had it or whatever it was. So, but they worked hard to work
obviously, on it. Then you could introduce Zygu into the mix, and it's like they're still working on bugs and things from like the 6100.
No, bugs are features for them. You can't call them bugs; they're just features. What's a new feature going to roll out?
Yeah.
You know,
When are we going to uncover a new feature? Yeah.
right? And how can we modify the firmware to make it work the way we want it?
And just when you get used to it, they roll something out to change it.
Oh God.
Right.
Yeah, we can all remember the GSOC.
So Jimmy's PRK radio came up and said he can't see it for going for less than $2,000. And I'm sitting here going, all right, well, let's think about this. The 7300 Mark II, which is essentially except it's got VHF and UHF in it, but it doesn't have a tuner. So there is that there's that difference in price. I bet you it's going to be closer to $1,500. Even though they put the VHF and UHF into it, all the damn radios are software defined now anyway. So I mean, hell, you could put 220 in the damn thing.
That's what I thought, but then Shannon's kind of convinced me. And looking at some like the history earlier before you joined, I'm starting to think now I could see it just under the 2,000 or the 1999 or something. Ultimately, I see that folding back closer to like the 1,1600 or even under, maybe after a year or two. But you saw the same thing with the 710. The 710 that came down quite a bit after like 6 months and then a year, and then they kind of split it out.
No, but
like the field version and the other version with the speaker.
Yeah, but the 710 was weird because the 710 is still $1,200, and when it came out, it was 16 something. It was $1,699. So almost $1,700. And then when Icom was teasing their new Mark II whatever and a few other things, they kind of lowered their price during Christmas and a few other things, but they're still up to $1,200. I mean, you can't find one. I mean, you can get one used pretty good, but
they were down before. Yaesu just went up in the summer, didn't they? Like,
not by much.
I know everything has gone up to begin with, but at some point they were like around 1,000 or so, which was good. That's real good.
The IC7000. Brand new in a box that I picked up the Hamfest in the spring. One owner, $800.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't find a 7,000 for less than $800.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, okay. Well.
So there's that. I mean, they're holding their value a little bit.
Well, because they know, they've got an audience that will pay whatever. I mean, like, what was it like when the Aurora came out? I mean, everyone slapped my $500 down, and the street price ended up becoming close to almost $5,000. And they were like, no problem. I'm like, I've got 6 other Flexes in my rack in the middle of nowhere in Idaho. And, like, man, Minnesota. You have way too much money. How do I get, Minnesota, whatever.
Scout brings up a good point.
He does. Yep, that's why I put it
Not only
there.
with features, but size. Because the reason why I like this 7110 size, not only are the features, but there's so much that could easily go in the shack. I could see that going in a backpack. I could see it going in a go kit. I could see you taking it out, wrapping it in bubble wrap if you want, and putting it on the park bench. There's a lot of versatility to that. No, Eric?
No. So here's my take on it. I see. I say this. I say that the 7250 is going to be the step up for a lot of folks that want a shack, radio, but make it look like it's a truer SDR like the Flex, because when you go out there, a lot of guys that I know that have the Flex heads, the remote, I can't think of what they call them. Not the M. The M is basically just the actual built-in there. It's basically the separate head unit that you plug in the internet and go. I don't think the 7250 is going to have that capability, but everybody who has one, they only take it and it stays indoors. I don't know anybody who's ever taken one of those head units out in the field, hooked it up to their Wi-Fi, and tried to remote from wherever they are, home. Even on field day, a lot of people just bring their Flexes directly and plug right in. The 7250 is attractive.
Am I the
agnostic?
You're an anomaly.
Okay.
Am I the abnormality guy who would use it like how I described? Because that's what I was thinking of. I have a Gator box already for it. I have an ammo can. I already know what I'm going to do with this radio. You should see me. I was drawing pictures in my head last night, whiteboarding it out.
Which radio are you talking of now? Is it still 7100?
The 7110.
Okay. I wouldn't put that in a box. Like, it just doesn't seem like it needs to be in a gator, like in a Go box. Like, it's just too small for me.
Or a backpack.
It's not
the ammo can.
small, dude.
Or-
That thing is not small.
Oh yeah, dude.
small.
It's
the
not.
screen is 4.5 inches.
It's
Yeah.
massive.
Okay, so
It's
4.5 is
massive.
okay, but a Flex. Shoot, I can't remember. Let me pull it up here. I always keep thinking.
I mean, it's like carrying around a 7300 Mark II with a removable head. Is essentially what you've got.
The Maestro is what I was thinking of. So we all know what that that removable head. Everyone seen that? Know what I'm talking about? I say the Maestro. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that unit is got a 7 or 10, almost a 10-inch screen, or it's just about 10-inch screen, and it's still pretty small. It's not if you've got a bigger keyboard, it's about the same size.
Yes.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
the same keyboard.
Ham DeLorean, you rock, man.
Yes, that's where I was going.
I was thinking
I was
going
gonna
to
say,
dude. I was thinking
put
the
it
same
in a
thing.
cage, and then you've got a remote head to the top of it, and they've got a market for that. That is perfect for that type of radio because that's what you want to put some armor around it and go with that. But yeah, I don't think I put it in a Go
or
box.
else the armor lock or what armor lock will have
any one
some.
of
You know. But and what's wrong with that though, man? I've brought my 7300 out many times.
Well, but like if you're putting that in a bag, cool. But if you're putting it in a Go box, where like the Go
Yes.
box is like a 4U rack and a cover and a case,
Yes.
dude, that's too much for me.
You don't want to
Like,
be my friend then? You don't want to be my
dude,
friend?
I'll be your friend. You can haul that, and when I have to make the chiropractor
Haul
appointment,
it.
I'm going to remind you over and over again. Hey, buddy, you should have
No,
downsized.
That's not. Listen, a 4U case really isn't big. The guys who are doing 6s and 8s. Yes, that I think is. That's just not. Listen,
Do you have a 4U case there?
Yes.
I do.
You do.
Yes. I have an empty one. I have an empty gator box just sitting waiting.
Well, an empty gator box is really light. Trust that.
Again, I was going to. But I'm just saying, I got the shelves for it
Oh,
too.
dude. Being in the world of IT, once you start having a box like that, then you start throwing extra crap at it, and then it becomes this big giant box of
Mess.
things and mess. Yeah,
And you need like 4 people to pick it up to put it in the back of your damn
exactly
truck.
right. Or you become a Poda wagon person like Shannon.
Yes. Actually, you add wheels to the bottom of the case.
Exactly
and
right.
a handle.
POTA server, man. It's a POTA server. Might as well
yeah.
just put flex in there.
Listen, did you guys miss the POTA bag roast that we did yesterday? Where who was it that had the toolboxes stacked up on?
That was
what's the name
KE9
That-
DSK. Yeah.
That was amazing.
Milwaukee's best, right there.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
That
The beast.
that was saying, hey man, call your chiropractor on speed dial.
A 4U box with a 7300 is really not a lot of weight at all. Again, there's no battery in there. There's no battery. I think I did mine smart. There's
I've
not a lot of weight.
I've got a gator box at the shop that we have an old Tate repeater in. And we just leave the frame in there and pull the modules because the whole damn thing is way too freaking heavy to carry around. And with the Tate repeater, and I'm like, dude, who thought this was a good idea? It has the bubble. It's the bubble mold where you pull
Yeah.
the front off and pull the back off. And
Yeah.
they're
Well,
like
that started off in the rock and roll
Yeah.
world of music equipment and
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, yeah, it's a great idea if you were doing it for field day, or you were
yeah.
doing it
That-
for MCOM or something like that.
100%.
But for POTA, no.
I'm curious, too, with the 7100. I'm really curious about playing with it, for an extended period of time and seeing if does this fit the way that I use the radio outside of
Excellent.
the bands and the
Excellent.
modes, but having that detachable head. And
Having
is
one
this
more
something that's
cable.
going to make sense? Is this going to be really weird, or is this no big deal? I'm really curious to see
Sounds like a
who's
good
to
video,
say
Mike.
You have to detach it.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. My 891 detaches. I don't. The head is still attached
Yeah.
to it. So
Yeah.
what's the reason why? I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm Eric. I might be the only ham tuber making 7100 videos in 2026 and 2027. But
Hey, it's a resurgence, man. It's all
Yeah.
coming back.
but
Retro year.
yeah,
You'll be the vintage ham.
But at the end of the day, it becomes how you use it, and it has the capabilities that I want, but there's also, there's something different going on with it compared to other radios and stuff, and maybe it's going to be a good fit, maybe it isn't, I don't know, but I'm fortunate that I got a club that has a loaner, that they let members borrow, and I get to play with it, so we shall see. And
I'm curious, how many other people's clubs are all you guys are part of a club in some form or fashion?
Yeah.
How many other of your clubs actually do loaners?
And I'll just to preface, like, this is the VHF group. So I have this, and I have an Icom ID1, which is for 1.2 gigahertz, FM D-Star. I have that on loan from them. And then my regular club has 710. And they also have a Yaesu 450, but I guess the 450's got some issues. But
that's an awesome T-shirt.
That is. He has to do that T-shirt.
Which one?
It has the capability.
It's all in how you use it. That's funny.
Yeah. So, how many of other people's clubs actually do loaner radios outside of Mike's? Because I think that's an anomaly for at least
New England. Yeah. Ours doesn't. No,
that is definitively.
We do a lot of donated gear, and a lot of it's like, it sort of works kind of thing. Here, take it. It's like we're not a repair shop.
We do have. I'll say we have a large club. My regular club is 500-ish members, give or take. It fluctuates just over, just under. But I think the 710 was a new purchase when it came out, because they wanted something newer. But some of the other stuff, like I think a lot of it, I hate to say it this way, be morbid, but I think some of it is estate stuff. Some stuff that gets gifted to the club, and they sell stuff at the Hamfests, but they also, retain some stuff. And but I think that's something that the clubs should do. I think it'd be great if clubs had at least a loaner mobile VHF, UHF, and then like an HF radio that folks could at least try and check out. And yeah.
Because like our stance, and me being on the executive board of our club, but like we're like, loaner gear is not our thing. Like, because 9 times out of 10, the stuff we get in is not, we'll say, good enough quality that you'd like. I mean, you got a 710. Like, we had one, and we ended up selling it to a ham who wanted it, and it worked out better that way than making it a loaner radio. And we got a lot of older gear, like 440s and all of those stuff that, like, almost are they're just first generation solid state stuff. And it's like, you're not going to give a new ham that. They're going to be like, what? I have to buy 9 other things to get on FT8. Like, that's too much work.
Yeah,
so,
it's true.
Yeah, I get it. It's just interesting to see that you guys have such a high, focus of, loaner gear, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I was curious, like, what would, like, when you, and I'm going to let you guys, ICOM owners, talk. I saw when Hayden did his video of the 7110, they were going through some of the menus, and they obviously had a pre-populated FT8 bank. What other banks would you create? Like, you could create custom settings in your ICOM world. Like, I'm always curious to see how different the modes would change, or the features or stuff would change. And is that like something you would want in a radio? Like, what I'm talking about?
Did you just say banks? Like,
so like they've got a preset. Oh, sorry, not a preset. I meant to say preset. Like for FT8, like Yaesu started to do it.
Okay.
And then they had 2 other banks or 2 other presets open to be able to create other stuff. And I'm just curious, you guys, is there that much of a change on an ICOM that you need to want to have a separate preset for something?
Yeah, you could. Like, I did it for a little bit. The JS8 call is a good example. And so I had a 705, and I had to, for a while, because JS8 call was just kind of shelved and it wasn't being developed. But meanwhile, new radios are coming out, and you see this happen all the time. Like when the 710 came out, you had to use different settings in WSJTX or in WinLink and stuff, for like a similar radio. When you set it up, but then eventually it gets added. Nothing was getting added to JS8 calls, so you had to basically change the CIV or whatever it was in the 705 to make it look like a 7300. to JS8 call, and so I created a preset, and it's still on my 705 now. I don't need it because JS8 call's been updated since then, but that was nice to be able to do that. And if I did want to do JS8 call, I just go into the presets, and there was sideband FT8, and then boom, I hit the JS8 call one, and it would automatically update some of that stuff, which if I didn't do on my own, I realized like I'd forget to change that, and I'd go out to go play radio, and I'm like, why isn't FT8 working? And it's like, oh wait, because I'm still telling it that it's a 7300 when it's really a 705 and stuff like that. But okay. It's nice to have those features. That's been my experience with it. Other than that, I just kind of use the normal settings for the most part. But it's nice to have that.
Okay. I suffer here over in the FT891 world, but like I really only run maybe one other mode, on digital side, which is usually FT8, and hardly ever change over to any other thing. But although I don't think a lot of the settings change much on the radio either, so it's kind of interesting.
Well, what I usually do, like on the FTDX10, because that's kind of, at home when I have an antenna set up and everything. At home is when I will do most of my digital modes. So I'll keep like VFO A for sideband and VFO B set up for digital modes. So then I'll just switch over to the other VFO when I want to do the digital modes, and everything's like, good to go. All the settings are right. So.
Did you see that too?
Yeah. Keep going by. I try to grab it. There we go.
I got it.
Yes. Can we turn sad? Can we eliminate sad ham mode?
That's Jody, my brother from a Canadian mother. Yes.
I love. Didn't know you were related that way.
Yeah, he's funny as hell, dude. Oh yeah, he's my brother from a Canadian mother. I mean.
Now, we didn't talk much about the 5200. Anybody gonna take a stab at it? Pick it up?
Nah.
No.
Happy with my 51.
You, Tortoise? Wow.
Yeah, I'm. If it, like I've said in the past, if it does what it says it can do, the FTM 500 is coming out of the truck. Wow. I will get the 5200, and. I'm going to say this. I've gotten shit on by a few hams for saying, "Oh, you can't do the menus in the Yaesu." I said, "I don't want to. I want to go for my Mark II. I want to go to my 5200. I want to have the same interaction with my radios." And Icom has finally figured out that let's have the same interaction ish between the radios all the way across the board. So when you go from one radio to another, you know what you're looking for.
Excellent point.
I mean? I'm hearing birds, and I'm like, what the hell is this?
Right. Tortoise is absolutely right.
Because I like the I like the FTM 500, but when I come in and sit down to the 991 Alpha, guess what? It's totally different. And I want that across the board interaction. That's me. And yes, I can operate menus.
Yeah. Okay. You're rubbing me the wrong way when it comes to Icom and their menus, because here's my problem with Icom and having all of their buttons and pictures and everything very well laid out. When you get in the FT891 world, I don't know about you. And Izzo, maybe you can answer this question, Shannon, and I think Matt, you got an 891.
I've got an 891.
I know you got an 891, but I'm saying how many times do you go into that menu? How many times do you use the quick key features, program the quick keys more than once?
Okay, once, but when I go from ATOS to no ATOS, I have a cheat sheet. I know exactly what I have to do. Yeah, so I have sped up the operation.
Right. It's usually one menu setting, and if you remember 15-5, I think it was 6.
Right.
Remember what it is. You can turn it off.
But guess what? With Icom, I didn't have to do that.
You have to go 3 levels deep, so what's the difference?
You know? I don't care, man. I like my Icom. I like my Icoms.
So, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to get myself my hands on either a 7300 or something, and I'm just gonna do a side by side comparison of the 710 and do the same functionality and see how many menu depths it has to go down.
When you come out here to Arizona, we'll set up.
I want to do that before that, but yeah, just so I can.
We'll set up radio side by side, and I mean, because I've got the 991 Alpha and the 7300 Mark II sitting right here on the bench. And they're totally different radios, but you go from the 991 Alpha to the FTM 500. There should be some linearity, and there isn't. No Yaesu radio has linearity between each radio. I'm just saying. Every time they come out with one, it's a complete user interface change.
So where was that post? Yeah, that is 100% true. I saw that on Reddit somewhere.
Scout is so funny. Scout, you're right, Scout.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, I saw that one. Granted, I find it funny that people are so hung up on menu settings, but a lot of times, if you put someone in front of an Icom and they can't remember what the menu settings were, they're still going to hunt and peck until they remember their muscle memory. It's the same thing with Yaesu.
But it's not the menu per se. It's the linearity between the models. When you go boom, you say I mean, even my IC 7000 looks like my 7300.
But that was in the same generation when they decided to standardize. But
but that's what I'm saying. Why can't Yaesu just do that? Why can't Yaesu have a linearity across the board?
Well, let me enlighten you. Their VHF UHF line is getting more like that because their parity feature functionality is probably the same across their 500 to the 510 to the 310. All of those, except when you get into the full display, like the what I call the slim line display. So like 310 probably falls in that. But yeah, their feature parity is getting better. It's not like consistent all the time, but they're improving. Not to say that I want to improve. But
guys, you know what this is really like? You talk to a guy who drives a Chevy, loves a Chevy, family had a Chevy, he's worked on his Chevys in this and that. Yeah. All of a sudden, the guy with the Ford says, "Look at my Ford." The guy with the Chevy says, "Absolutely not." The guy next door has a Dodge, and you just go round and around and around. But the bottom line is for whatever reason, how our brain processes the process to go into a menu or whatever you want to call it, a button. I personally have found that Icom has done exactly what I want to do, and it does it. The Yaesu makes me that button on the bottom left-hand side of that 891. Do I hold it down? Oh, wait a minute! I'm going to change bands. I got to hurry up. I can't. Am I right, Tortoise?
I don't disagree with that.
How old is the 891? That's an old radio. They've gotten much better with the menu.
Don't they still market the 891 or just
891 was produced in 2016, so it's not that old.
Yeah, it's not that old.
But regardless, though, these are these little things that other radio, just like the guys who are going to debate a certain topic, Ford versus Chevy versus Dodge, and all of a sudden the guy with the Toyota is going to come in and say, ha. I don't have that.
Speaking of Toyota.
I will not disagree with you that the menu on the 891 definitely leaves something to be desired. But, even the screen on the 891 is just ugly. The 891 is not what I would have picked for my
You really? You don't like radio. That from a cosmetic? You don't like it?
The 891?
Yeah, why? I think that's the best thing about it.
It's basic.
Black and white, you can actually see it.
Yeah. No, I want the color. I want the waterfall. I want the niceness.
She's not retro.
Yeah.
See, well, you're an example of a newer ham.
I'm retro analog about some things, right?
Oh God!
Izzo and I struggled in the dark ages with monochrome displays and frequency counters. That's all we had. We had no waterfalls.
Yes. In 1989, my first 2-meter radio had a number and a dot. There was
the little tabs that flipped.
Right, and the toggles, and there was no such thing as 146. It was either a 6. It would start off as either a 5 or a 6 or a 7. Yep. And it was a decimal point. There was no such thing as a big full display and all this other stuff.
Sure, I get it. We lived
And
it.
we had to walk. And we had to walk to school in snow.
Uphill,
So,
both ways.
Both
with
ways.
cardboard in your shoes, right?
Yes,
If you were
and-
lucky, you had shoes.
I walked uphill both ways to school. Living in Pennsylvania, you have to go up and down these hills and climb the hill to the high school.
We couldn't afford Wonder Bread. We had the IGA bread bags in our booths, and the kids laughed at us because they said, "You're the poor kids. You're the poor kids. We have Wonder Bag. We have Wonder Bread." But it is what it is, and everything. I just find it interesting. Yaesu has done what they did, but obviously. We can discuss the pros and cons, but they're still selling radios. They're still selling radios regardless.
I got an idea.
Oh, we lost Chris.
Yeah,
hello, Chris.
I was just
gonna translate. Where'd he go?
Hey.
And Eric
Come back,
says,
Chris.
the 891's from 2016. It's not that old, but would you use a cell phone from 2016? Okay, technology has moved on vastly.
Depends on how old you are, Shannon. I know a lot of my dad wants his old phone back, flip phone in 2016.
Dude, if I could have my StarTAC back, I'd be happy.
Consumer Cellular is selling them now too. Those flips.
You guys all want your Nokias.
Yeah, Nokias, yes.
Nokias.
I want my what the heck
Blackberry.
was Yeah, no, Blackberry. Yeah, maybe. But what was the one with the was it Nortel? Yeah, Nextel.
Nextel. Oh, I love those.
Nextel Quick Connect. The Quick Connect.
There he is.
Absolutely.
Maybe
almost there.
Oh,
almost. You guys there yet? You went offline.
But you got to realize, do you really want a cell phone named after a company named RIM?
Maybe. Depends on what side of the fence you're on.
But so changing bands on the 891 is definitely not the most pleasant experience. But other than that, I don't go into the menus on that much. But I will agree that the menu system on that radio is probably the worst out of any of the radios that I own, which are all Yaesu's. And the only reason why I got the 891 was because at the time that was really the only option that they had for a true mobile HF.
100 watt, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It's
the funny thing is we're all barking about the features and functionality in the radio. We always forget, we buy these radios for the purpose of actually using them in the bands we want to use them for. And that's really where we should be looking at, does this have a better, structure, receiver or, transmitter. But we never talk about that. We're I want to make sure my menu looks right.
Well, but I wasn't just trying to say menu. I'm talking about linearity between the radios. That's all.
Yeah.
I'd rather have linearity than having to try to figure out a new radio every time a new radio comes out.
Zygu will come out with a parody before everybody else does.
To Tortoise's point, so my wife drives a Toyota Venza. I have the Tundra. The occasional times I get into that Venza, it's basically seamless. Yes, it's a smaller vehicle. I got to adjust the seat. It's a different for my eyes and my body to adjust, but the setup of everything, it's very boom. There you go, and then it's so. To Tortoise's point, he's right.
On Izzo's point, Tracy has a Highlander, and I have the FJ. But when I get in there and I'm like, oh, this is very familiar. The cruise control is in the same stinking spot down up on the right-hand side, and I'm familiar with it. It's got the stick shift on the column, and I'm I get in and there's some linearity between the models, even though they're two generations apart. But there's still some linearity.
You know what else too? When I use a Reliance 64-1 versus a 56-1 versus a Reliance 49-1, they all operate the same and they all operate great.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what we want.
Before we lose Chris, Chris again, Chris, say hello.
Hurry up,
Chris. Guys. I had to use my phone. My laptop wasn't working.
Oh, jeez.
So what the hell did you do, man? Did you get a haircut?
Oh, yeah. I had to go to Canada, so I had to make myself look presentable to go across the border.
Wow.
No, he got them all cut.
Yeah.
And he's gone.
He's frozen.
And he's frozen.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
There we go. You're back.
Sorry, I can't go past the gate, I guess.
Don't move around.
You need a bigger antenna.
Is that because of the bracelet on your ankle? Or
No, that came off.
I know it's really harsh down there on the Cape,
Yeah, very. No, we went up to Canada for a vacation, so I decided to clean shave so I didn't get stopped. but yet coming back into the country, they gave me more of a problem and asked Maya who I was to her and everything else. It was crazy.
You look like a Unabomber.
Yeah, exactly.
She was only using you for that green card.
Yeah.
Right.
Is Chris our equivalent of beer snack on Clubhouse?
Yeah,
It could be.
Randomly popping in.
Randomly popping.
Well, I popped it
But he
on
doesn't
my
run our
laptop, and it
finances
wasn't
because we have
working,
none.
So now I'm on my phone.
Where did Parker go? He got bored?
No, he's grabbing the 857 or the 6200 to go on the Reliance antenna that I have.
There's a little bit of linearity between the 857 and the 891. There's a little bit of linearity
Is there
there,
really?
except the color screens. Yeah,
Yeah.
except it's more of like a little sandwich with the 857.
It's more compact.
Yeah, but the 891 they just basically changed the screen colors.
And they made it so you can't do 2 meter for 70 centimeter.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
They just took the VHF and UHF out.
Yeah.
They deleted it.
What I was gonna say earlier, I think I got an idea. Maybe it's our next happy hour, but since Icom kind of took over this one, we should celebrate 10 years of the Deep F menu in one of the next happy hours, and we should talk about the 891.
Mike, take another drink, would you?
I'm gonna move on to the New York Scotch next.
I was gonna say.
The maple has been good, but I'm on to the Scotch next.
I don't know what my kid's attempting to do in back of me.
Setting up a radio.
Yeah.
He's really good at radio. I will say that.
Oh yeah.
Parker's really good. We had fun. Eric, I don't know what it is about that park, that Freetown Fall River State Forest. I don't know what it is about that place, but that's where Chris and I go. That's where you and I went. And yes.
I don't.
Yes.
You know,
Thank you, Scout.
I'm beginning to think Icom owners love the skeuomorphic design. You guys remember that? Like everything in the computer world had to be looking like the physical world. Like, all the Icom menus have to look exactly like the little icon of,
It's totally like the original iOS.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they changed up iOS, and I'm sure this is going to happen with the Icom, at some point they're going to, whether it's just updating icons or changing some stuff. But when Apple did that and they went away from the skeuomorphism,
Okay, then 5 watts.
it was a big departure, but I think it worked out well. But there was an adjustment there for a lot of people. You get used to your phone or your radio, something you use regularly. All of a sudden, things change, and
yeah. Well, you become more confused.
There's a learning curve there, but yeah.
No, you're right, because I never had a waterfall. Matter of fact, my Icom 7300 for the longest time, I didn't use the waterfall. And now I do, but sometimes I want to not use it. I want to go back to what I call the old school way of really just using that VFO. Who cares what's happening 30 KC, whatever. Just, I don't know. The waterfall, I think it's a great feature. But maybe for the hams in my
it's a
era,
convenience.
It has its time and place.
Yes, Chris, it does. But if you took it away, would you cry?
No.
I wouldn't. But I think a lot of hams would.
And here's the funny part. I have put 2 kids, so we had the ham camp, and we went out to a Poto Park at the very last day of the week, and we had one ham set up a station with his 891, which is just all the dial, and we had a kid next to an FX1 with Keith, AC1RH. 9 times out of 10, all the kids, being under 13, all loved the FX1's, waterfall display because they could kind of see it. They didn't understand what they were looking at, but when they went over the 891, they were like, oh, I have to spin the dial. But once they started to spin the dial, they were like, oh, wow, I can hear it. This sounds like Star Wars. And they start kind of playing that oh, yeah, it sounds really weird. And then they fool around the dial and they kind of learned a little bit better than just accepting what they're kind of seeing on a waterfall where they could tap, which is not a bad thing, but it's like the convenience.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. And so
even experienced hams, though, when they look at the FTX1 waterfall, they're like, what the
Yeah, true. No doubt there, man. No doubt there. Yeah, especially the 3D one. But
Yeah, that's the
one that mess you up all the time.
like,
looking at waterfalls.
Don't do drugs, kids.
For me personally, because I got started, listening on WebSDR.
Oh boy.
Like that, having the waterfall on there helped me to understand like lower sideband, upper sideband, being able to see like the little filter width, like, okay, this is what happens if I make it wider, this is what happens if I make it more narrow, this is what happens if I flip to a different sideband, or like doing AM, you can see the carrier in the middle and the two sidebands, one on either side. So I guess maybe because I'm probably more of a visual learner, I need to like see it and play with it to understand it.
Would you still be able to understand it if you didn't have the waterfall? Like, because like you have things like contour and shift and all of those things, which don't really kind of like translate well into a waterfall option, because you kind of, you see a little bit of adjustment, but you're like, oh, is this better or worse? But when you're in front of a radio that doesn't have a waterfall, you're like, you can hear it and you're listening more than you are kind of visually seeing, which is kind of an interesting kind of, parallel.
Yeah, I very rarely ever use like contour, and I mostly leave my shift in the same place. Like I leave my shift and my width in the same place. But
shit, I can't go back to jail.
That's Chris. He crossed the fence, man. He crossed the fence, guys.
We're going back
Are you at home, or are you at the local penitentiary? Like they let you out on good behavior?
I'm at home.
Orders was right. It was all about that ankle bracelet. See?
Yeah, exactly. Huh?
The sirens sound goofy in Canada, right? It's like,
hey.
That's all we heard all through the night. So we stayed right on the main strip, right to the hospital.
What are you talking about? A boot
in Canada?
Yeah,
Canada.
Where did you stay in Canada that you had to be like next to sirens?
Road all the way through Canada.
We were in Montreal.
Okay, all right.
Oh God, why did you go to Montreal?
I don't know.
Why not?
We saw our first tweaker in person, so.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it was not a good sight.
You didn't have to travel all the way up that way.
Yeah, you could have just went into
gone to Boston.
That, yeah.
Just go over the bridge. You're fine.
Right?
Southie would be great.
Kensington and Philadelphia. My God.
Oh yeah, you can go that way
Main
too.
Street in Hyannis at 12 o'clock at night.
Oh God.
I usually see him during the day when I'm down there, but yeah.
Yeah, this is true.
Well, I'm usually working when you're down here. That's why.
Is that Mass Ave?
No.
In Montreal, the sirens go wee.
Oh my God! No, Montreal is not awesome. Thank you very much.
Hey, the food's good though.
It's been a while since I've been up that way.
Hey.
Everyone tells me the bagels are fantastic in Montreal.
They are.
And
that's kind of weird coming from someone from New York.
And I hear that from New Yorkers too. Like, and I won't lie, like
good bagels.
I hear good pizza in Connecticut, like, and that comes from New Yorkers too, that there's some good pizzerias and stuff in Connecticut,
There's some really good pizzerias in Connecticut. I will give you that, but there's a couple places out here that says authentic New York pizza, and I was like, bullshit. Yeah. I went in there and said,
Arizona? Oh man.
This is horrible.
Yeah. And there is some awesome barbecue. I can't even say it with a straight face.
Do not say it. Do not say it. I will slap you through the screen.
Where do you think there's a good barbecue, Mike?
The people of Texas
Kansas
just
City.
went like Texas just.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Did you just say Kansas City?
Yes, I said Gates in Kansas City, son.
All right, you said Gates. All right.
Where's Joe Brett when we need him?
Yeah, right. Dude, I lived in Tennessee. You can still hear.
Yeah.
I still have the accent, and I will say this: Tennessee, and I'm gonna get beat over the head. There is some good barbecue in Memphis, even though Tennessee doesn't consider Memphis part of Tennessee. There is some really, really good down home mom and pop barbecue in Memphis. Phenomenal barbecue in Memphis.
I bet.
But it's not part of Tennessee.
Tennessee adjacent.
Yeah, exactly.
On 20? With 851?
What?
The bands are garbage today, Chris.
Yeah, they are bad.
Parker's got the
it's called
X6200 out trying to do 5 watts on 20 meters.
Oh,
Good
man.
luck with that one.
Yeah.
Unplug the antenna.
Well, he's got the really good antenna on it, so we haven't managed to melt it yet.
We keep melting it.
I blew
so
up my
you have-
tuner with 800 watts, but I didn't burn up the antenna.
So what I'm saying is, you have. There he is. Oh my God!
Hey.
He better
While you
get
were
in
busy
here.
sleeping, he posted something on Discord, so no, he ain't showing up.
Busy working.
Oh, okay.
20 meters looks good.
So do you have an infotenna set up there, Chris?
We got
No, I
a
don't.
limit. I'll give him one up at Nearfest.
I still have mine in the bag, and I've been kicking myself
What?
because I have 3 holes finally drilled through the wall for the LMR, and I literally was going to take one of the radios and take it out of the back deck with a battery and throw that stupid thing up. But by the time I got ready to do it, the damn wind was blowing so hard. I said, no, I'm not going to do that tonight.
Yeah, we got to bring helium this time to Nearfest so we can do the inflate antenna with it.
Yeah, who's bringing helium?
Actually, hydrogen is cheaper and it's more stable than helium, so I might bring a bottle of hydrogen up.
Oh,
Okay.
dude. Sounds good to me. We need to put 3 of them in a row and just chain them together so they act like a beam.
Well, Rabbit, who's not here, did the parasitic and driven. That was neat.
Yeah, that was a cool one. That's why it kind of got me thinking. I'm like, we need to just stack 3 of them side by side, let them float, and then we've got a driven.
Just
Oh, my
move them
God.
over to tune them a little bit.
Yep. Hey, got a G90 will tune that sucker up.
Oh, easily.
Are you talking about doing it with the
Inflate antenna. Yeah.
Yeah, the infotenna.
I have 3 over there. I have 3 new in the box.
Have you played with one?
No, I
Mike,
haven't.
Mike, why do you
I
have
know.
3?
We are like the worst reviewers. Mine's still in the bag.
No, I have 3 because Matt sent me 10 pounds of antennas.
Holy Jesus.
That's what it said on the box. He sent me 10 pounds of antennas to sell at the Hamfest this summer, and so I still have 3 inflate antennas left, and I think they're probably. And I talk it up.
That's
I'm like,
hilarious.
listen. The Mylar, the stuff to make these is it's on back order. So these are probably the last 3 that are out there. That you can get.
It came back. It came back in stock.
Oh, they are okay.
No, they didn't. You didn't hear that here.
But the other sales pitch I make too is listen, I'm traveling, I'm going out to the Great American Beer Fest in October in Colorado. So I'm gonna go turn Colorado green. Hi. And
That's funny.
And you cannot bring I shouldn't say you can't, but I don't know that you're gonna be able to get past TSA with a 17-foot width.
Ooh.
But I can probably bring in my check luggage an inflate antenna if I wanted to. Right?
Wait a minute. What type of whip you bringing?
One of the Wolf River or an Alpha, any of those.
Go buy the one off at DX Commander. That one packs down to not even 18 inches long.
But will TSA let you bring that on a plane?
I would just like to state that someone I know brought a Tar Heel on a plane.
Oh
my God.
So they detached the whip, but because they had whips at home, so they literally brought a whole Tar Heel in their backpack on a plane. It wasn't me, it was my former Elmer. But I didn't bring
It's not my fault.
I didn't bring any antennas with me personally when I just went, but I don't know. I don't really see why they. I don't know. They might let you bring a 17-foot whip. It collapses.
If you put I bet you if you brought it in a canister, Mike, one of those map canisters, they probably would be like.
Listen, I'm trying to sell Matt's antennas here, son.
You're doing a bad job.
Why I did a horrible job today.
It collapses down pretty small, and did you say are you bringing checked luggage too? Because you could definitely.
No, I don't plan. I'd rather not because it's just a long weekend, and I think I could get by. But yeah, But no,
I'd be
that's
afraid at the high levels that antenna might collapse on itself because the air change is so drastic.
You don't bring it inflated. What are you talking about?
Well, when you inflate it with yourself, he's not bringing like a pump with him. He's blowing his own air into it, so it's not gonna.
I'm offering those small little compact battery operated pumps.
Yes, those work great.
Those are awesome.
I should get one for mine. Maybe I'll use it more.
Oh yeah.
That thing got my stuff pumped up in like a minute.
Okay, there we go. That's a clip.
No, it did. Rabbit told me about it.
That was awesome recommendation by Rabbit. Oh yeah.
I was also going to say, the inflatable girlfriend too.
Well, here's a way to pitch it, Mike. That for most hams who are lonely, the inflated antenna acts well as a husband pillow too, as well at night.
Okay.
So.
Oh my God!
It's a portable pillow that he blows up, and he can hug with at night and transmit radio
or hump, whatever.
Listen, I don't think there are any lady hams that
a body pillow
in need of husband pillows. It's more like the guy hams need waifu pillows.
Well, perfect. Mike's traveling. Works great.
There you go. Just get your magic marker
comes in many colors.
Yep.
The aforementioned future attachments are hands and legs.
I mean, I could
those are radios.
Those are radios or ground radios.
Oh, dude.
Is it ribbed for her pleasure? But
whoa, we're not going that way. Wow.
You're going down that rabbit hole.
It was a family show. Come on.
I just wanted to show.
Is that a cap hat or a reservoir tip?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Have a good night, everybody.
There goes my algorithm, and once again, and I didn't say it.
No, I just wanted to show that look, Julie is going to be putting an antenna on a weather balloon tomorrow.
Ooh,
that's cool.
What, the kites just weren't enough? You have to go harder?
Yeah, go higher.
Go harder or go home.
Nice.
What? Is it going to be a pink balloon?
Is it going to be a pink balloon, Julie?
Or did
Whiskey
you bedazzle
Charlie
it?
Juliet Lima.
Bedazzle.
That might weigh it down there, Shannon.
Charlie Juliet Lima.
Ooh, the bug out's making a trip. Woohoo!
Woohoo! That'd be awesome.
Just make sure you anchor one end. Remember that.
Charlie Juliet Lima.
Learn from your kite experience. Where the kite took off, the antenna went with it.
Oh my God, that was actually kind of hilarious.
That was hilarious.
Awesome. Lots of replays by me.
I wish we saw that video of them chasing it down, but it was definitely a jump to go, oh my gosh, it's gone. It's all good.
Whiskey 8 Charlie Juliet Lima.
He's actually making contacts. Wow. Cape's busy. Well,
Well,
it's
he's
a Cape,
trying
I'm sure.
to on a 6200.
On.
Wow.
Put the XPA amplifier on there.
There you go.
I sold that.
Whiskey 8 Charlie Juliet Lima.
You got to make him suffer in the dark times.
What frequency is he on?
Well, he has 600 watts to his
7
fingertips downstairs, but he chose over here.
Well, that's because where Dad is.
I have 100 watts.
True.
Yeah, 40 meters.
I'm guessing
is
he's
great.
on 40, but
40 looks awesome right now. It's the only band that looks decent.
8 Charlie Juliet Lima.
Are you gatekeeping, Matt?
Man,
Why is it so dark?
Because it's dark.
You need a light.
Time?
Pull out the mag light.
Uh-huh.
7 o'clock.
What frequency, Chris?
Almost 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got my camera. There we go.
Whiskey 8
Whoa,
Charlie
God
Juliet
bless.
Lima.
Chris,
Hey.
tell everybody what frequency.
What frequency are you on?
7.271. It's Ohio.
So pick one that you don't have anybody on.
There's no one on it.
So pick a frequency that's open.
Is the frequency in use?
He's on the frequency that he's using.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
with
like,
5
isn't he
watts. I
calling-
don't think anyone's
isn't
gonna
he
hear me.
calling CQ on a frequency? He's using
Yeah,
go
well,
up
he
a
was
little
going
bit
to.
more so you get into the AM window. Trust me.
That's how
They
you make
like
contact,
that.
Chris. That's how you make
That's
contact.
7.282.
7.282, guys. 7.282. Put it in chat.
Get the kid a contact on 8 watts, 5 watts.
7.28.
Let me see if I can hear him on the SDR.
You're out of band for Europeans.
We got yelled at, my son and I, last year, this time,
were you,
were
Mike?
doing a POTA on 40 meters. And I just picked a frequency up higher because it just happened to be where the antenna tuned better. And yeah, we were like around the AM window, but I called out for a bit. Like, is the frequency in use? The frequency in use? Ben and I are activating, and then we get like partway through, and then some like jackwagon comes on. He's like, "There's a net that's going on AM on like 7.89. You need to," and it's like, it cursing, and I'm like, "You got to be kidding me!" Like, my son and I are on. I got my other kid in the car, and you're gonna like get on and like not even ID. And start like trying to read us the riot act or whatever. We just kind of went through and we finished up, but it was like, on one hand, I'm thinking, and I hate to say it like this, but with what I've done with some of the AM POTAs, I probably raised like a lot more awareness and encouraged more people to give AM a shot than anyone else, right? And here you're coming on and you're gonna yell at me and my son because we're like in the AM window on a frequency that no one's using. Like, it's like,
all I want is, if you want me to move or whatever, just give me your call sign. Just give
if you're polite,
give me your call sign and ask. Number one, I'm going to log you. I'm going to log you, and then I'm going to move. It's very simple.
Exactly. Get that extra contact.
Yeah.
Yes, Mike is right. That's what happens when you ID every 10 minutes. That's what happens.
Yep. Yeah.
Mike, I've got a question
for you. Out of the way. I'm a sad ham. I said it.
Mike, I got a question for you. Are you now or in the future going to get a 2-meter and a 6-meter Gonset Goonie box?
I don't know what a Gonset Goonie box is.
You don't know what Gonset is?
But
dude, you're from New York
the most
State.
that I know is that Goonies never die, so I'm sure that it's like a lifetime investment. Like, so,
dude, you surprised me on that one. But Mike, you surprised me on that one. New York State races, Cold War,
Goonie boxes. Oh yeah, Gonset communicator 2.
All right,
yes, the 2.
I'm learning. Hey, I'm humble.
It's it's a little box.
Okay.
It's got crystals on the front. They're the big box crystals. They're not the little crystals. And they're AM only.
Okay.
And you can get them in 2-meter and 6-meter. The civil defense were yellow. The regular Gonsets were silver and brown. Silver
cool.
With brown lettering.
I also saw some blue ones, but yes.
Yes, I have seen blue.
But you want the yellow. The yellow means
the yellow is cool because it's got the civil defense on it.
Yes.
Nice. I'll have to. That's cool. Like, I'm gonna look into
weren't
this.
They like 25 or 50 watts too?
I don't remember. I just remember AM blowing out everyone's channel TV too.
Oh yeah. I had one for the longest time when I first became a ham, and I do not know why I got rid of it.
We used to. I put one on a TV antenna. Oh yeah, the whole neighborhood knew it was me.
So I got a story about that from last night.
You don't do it on Sunday at 1:00 when the Jets or the Giants are playing. You don't do it.
Well, some of the 6-meter stuff overlapped with, like it was like right adjacent to television, to VHF. I forget the channel numbers, but some of the television VHF was down in like the upper 50s.
Yeah. You go into the history of ham radio, and I'm talking about in the 30s when TV was just starting to be developed. The TV broadcasters were coming after the hams, and it was they were really trying to suppress us. And I don't think the FCC was actually developed, and there was another kind of government agency, but there was a whole thing of, hams are bad, and they were, because they did not want the hams to ruin this new thing that was going to put a lot of money in a lot of pockets, as well as look at how TV has changed over the last almost 90 years now. So they really wanted to suppress us down, and everything, but we found ways around it, and
yeah.
So what are you saying? Is the newer hams just don't know how we had it?
Right.
We're also saying we used to say, "I don't care. We're going to do what we want," and somebody with a lot more money was hammering us down.
Right. Now, Izzo, you want to hear something wild? You were talking about TV. WRGB in Schenectady, which was the first television station to broadcast a live to a TV. It was owned by General Electric. Their call sign, experimental, was W2XCW. And then it went, and that was in 1928. 1930, they went to W2XAF. And was used during off hours. And then, what was it? Was it like 1940? They did the first standalone TV station, which was still amateur radio. This wasn't. They only had W2XBS was NBC's first call station in 1940.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So,
Interesting.
yeah. So yeah, amateur radio and television have been side by side, and the first station to ever broadcast was WRGB out of Schenectady. Just saying.
See, we talk radio here.
Oh yeah.
See, it got quiet.
Radio history. Radio
Oh
history.
my God,
I'm pretty tired. Think I'll go home now.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bore you.
No, dude, it was good history.
No, it's great. It's great. That's why we're all listening, absorbing it in.
Yeah, and I was just looking. I got quiet because I was looking in I can't do two things at once. I suck at multitasking. But I was looking in Discord. Jody posted an image, and I don't know if this is one of the Goonie boxes you're talking about, the Civil Defense Communicators, 6 meter. He posted one of those in Discord, and I was like, I seen that. Like the AWA, the Antique Wireless Association,
He's from New York.
which is about 20, 30 miles from where I live. It's my green screen background, where they have the museum. Like they have all kinds of stuff like that. As soon as I saw, like, oh, I've seen those. Once I saw the yellow box, like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you could probably find maybe one or two at a Hamfest, depending on what you go.
Oh yeah, you. Matter of fact, Nearfest, I saw 2 or 3 silver ones.
There's at least one there.
But you've got to have the crystals.
Yep.
Crystals are important.
You don't need the crystals for receiving. You only need them for transmitting. Yeah,
is there going to be another new purchase there, Shannon?
Maybe.
It's like bedazzling.
Radio that doesn't work.
Listen, okay. It's history. It's Shack decor. It could potentially work someday. I mean, not that it doesn't really matter if it works or not, because like it's cool. Like my tank radio, it's barely within the amateur bands. It's like within 10 meter FM, and that's it. But it's still cool to have. People like to look at it. They like to touch it.
Tortoise, I'm looking at that box. That's pretty much, yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, we've been talkative tonight too much, and we haven't let Shannon have the floor. She's got to shake the hands of some great royalty in a certain country. She hasn't mentioned that whatsoever tonight. So I think she needs to spill the beans there and let us know if you were able to wipe the sweat from his own brow.
Ooh.
Oh.
Of course, because my mouth is full of
now her mouth's full.
Right?
My fault. I just set him up.
Shoot faster.
I'm getting here. Let me narrate for her.
Because you're lonely.
Are we talking about the Mr. DX Commander? That guy?
The Lord DX Commander.
The Lord DX Commander.
Lord Callum? You met Lord Callum? Oh my God.
So we're going to shove as much as we can up in there. Oh, yeah. Oh.
I love it when
we're
Kevin.
We're going to try and tap some in there.
Tap it in there.
He was tapping the tip.
She completely just went off screen.
Yeah.
She bailed on us.
Yeah, she did.
She
like,
bailed.
damn it.
We'll never know that.
These guys.
Lord Callum. I remember I caught him on a live stream when he was when he was doing a live stream, and that was kind of cool. I didn't even know. I was like, what is he on? Oh my God, that's Callum. He's on the radio and he's live streaming it. What the hell frequency is he on? I don't know. And then he had it at the bottom, what frequency he's on. And then I made a call to him and he answered back, and that was kind of cool.
I worked him on his DX Commander in my backyard back to him. And I said, this is your antenna. Thank you.
Let the stream begin. My son just dropped these off for me.
Oh, I was going to say, holy smokes.
Are they cold at least?
My favorite kid. Oh, they're heck cold, yeah.
Okay.
You are now my favorite kid.
All right.
There she. Okay.
Sorry about
Proof
that.
of life.
Back.
It like went down the wrong tube. No, I was eating my British candy, my Quality Street.
Getting diabetes.
Yeah.
Diabetes.
My second favorite one,
Charlie
because I
Juliet,
already ate
Lima.
all of my
What's the
first
rest of you?
favorite one. So my first favorite one is the coconut eclair.
Wow, which goes from like narrow to
Now
big.
I was just having the
middle.
fudge. But yeah, so you know, I wasn't gonna mention it because we were kind of talking about other topics. I know some people are like, you know,
Charlie Juliet,
oh,
Lima.
it's the Shannon show. She just always talks about herself and all this stuff. So, you know, I wasn't gonna talk about it unless it came up, but for those of you guys who, you know,
just make it short. That's all.
Oh my God. I can't make it. I can't make it short. I'm Irish, okay? There is no short version of the story with me.
It's going to be like the Lord of the Rings. It's the Lord of the Rings for her.
So, you know, and probably a lot of people already know, right? Because people were YouTube watchers. We probably all watched the DX Commander. So, you know, and people actually, so I checked into like the 2 meter, 6 o'clock net on the Gloucester repeater the other day, yesterday, I think it was. And somebody actually said to me, now I hardly ever check into this net, so nobody there really knows me. And they're like, oh, Shannon, you were in the DX Commander's video with your son Miles. That's so cool. How did that happen? Is he a relative or something? And
a relative, wow.
So no, you know, I'm not related to Callum. I wish I could say that I was, but I'm not that cool. But he has, you know, an open house every year, I think, for at least the past 2 years. I'm not sure how long it's been going on, but it's called DX Fest. And all you have to do is you just go on his website, you RSVP, because he wants to know approximately how many people are going to show up. So we RSVP'd, and we showed up. Didn't really know what to expect because I had never seen any videos about it before or anything like that. But, you know, he had like his little workshop open. He had his antenna field open. He had his shack open. So I was able to meet him, take a picture with him. He was really nice to Miles because you guys all know how Miles can be. So Miles was very interested in the heat shrink tubing. He wanted to like play with the heat shrink tubing and the bungee cord. So Callum gave him like a bunch of heat shrink tubing and bungee cord and a cardboard box to play with and build stuff out of. And then at the end, when he was having his big raffle at the end of DX Fest, he let Miles, you know, pull all the numbers out for the raffle, which Miles was, you know, really excited about. And then he actually did. I told him, I was like, pull Mike's number. And then he didn't pull Mike's number for any of the big prizes, but he did end up pulling Mike's number to win a mug. So that was cool. And then he gave Miles a hat. So Miles was excited about that because he loves a good hat. So yeah, so there's a picture from one of the videos where, you know, where I met him and introduced myself and
wearing a Live Freenham shirt
awesome.
on livefreenham.com.
And that's Mike there, Golf Zero RFD. So, you know, a lot of you guys know him from the YouTube chats because he pretty much watches all of our streams and comments a lot.
Yeah.
So, you know, we all appreciate Mike for being there for us for YouTube. And, you know, I can't say enough how much I appreciate Mike for, basically being my host with the most over in the UK and letting us stay with him and driving us around to various places, including to DX Fest. So, super appreciative of that. But, that was just one of the many things that we did when we were over there in England. And if, for people who follow me on Facebook, you probably saw, a lot of pictures that I posted of things that we did, starting all the way back in June with Tank Fest and, ending up in ending in August with our trip to London. So,
Shannon, what did Miles, is that the stuff Callum gave Miles, or is that something different? I was just curious what's
yeah, that's the cardboard box that Callum gave Miles that, he kind of made a little handle there using the heat shrink tubing and the bungee cord.
Sweet.
Cute.
Ham harder.
Shannon, from this point going forward now, we're going to call you Lady Shannon. Lady Shannon, because you have been knighted.
We don't have any knighting privileges whatsoever.
We'll work on that.
They don't get swatted with a sword. They just get handed a little book. You are now the lady of the house.
Pull out the detox.
Yeah, I throw my 2 cents in here because I wasn't reprised of any
Sorry,
of
Tortoise.
the fact that she was going to go visit Callum or whatever, and so I'm sitting on the couch on a Saturday afternoon, watching DX Commander because that's what I usually do, and all of a sudden I'm looking down at my phone, researching something, and I hear in the back of my ear like her voice, and I'm like, what the hell? And I look.
You're like, I know her.
I catch 2 seconds of the tail end of it. I'm like, what the hell? So I rewind. And I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm going to go post this on Discord because this is rude of her not to tell anybody else that she hung around with Lord Callum.
Well,
right?
It's like I said, it was a surprise. So,
I pre-registered.
So, but
you caught her.
RSVP.
But I registered literally the weekend before it was.
Boy.
So, and even then I was like, okay, I registered, but that wasn't a guarantee that we were going to go. Cause like I said, so it was like an hour and a half drive from where we were in Uxbridge, which is, sort of a western suburb of London.
I know where Uxbridge is. Isn't that in Massachusetts?
That's like saying, I got tickets to Disney, but I don't know if we're going to go.
Yeah. Lord Callum is
typical hams. Typical hams are always like that.
I just RSVP'd in case we were going to go, and then
so
we
you
did
just
end up
took
going,
it.
So.
What? Okay, so you RSVP'd. But what if you didn't go? You took a spot away from some poor kid.
I don't think there was limited numbers of spots.
Nice try with
that. But
some 90-year-old M0, alpha wanted to go, and oh my God, what if
she would have been aces in my book if she actually had taken the time to operate the Callum station.
I wasn't gonna ask hey, can I operate your station? Because you don't just ask that. You wait to be invited, and somebody says
True.
Oh, do you want to take the mic? And nobody
I've been
said to
around
me,
you.
hey, do you want to take the mic?
Radio.
So. I wasn't.
Did you have to say, Miles, get away from his antennas? Miles, get out of the antenna field area.
So I mean, you were allowed to walk around the antenna field. He actually did a demonstration
Really?
where
Nice.
he did a demonstration where he tipped down the really big
Yes,
mast and
I
then
saw that,
put it back up. But I did have to be Miles, you need to walk around carefully. There's guy lines everywhere. Obviously there's, coax on the ground. It's stapled down into the ground, but there is coax.
Oh, that would have been cool. Callum giving your son putting on a Band-Aid and everything. That would have been so cool.
Oh yeah. So cool.
And you're invited next year.
But yeah, so it was definitely a cool experience. It was worth it. Like I said on Brew and Activate, he had a deal going on where he was selling like B grade DX Commander poles. They were like 10-meter poles. He was selling them for 25 pounds or something like that. So it was a really good deal. Mike bought like 3 of them. I probably would have bought something more, but I couldn't really get it home. My suitcases were already full. The poles are too big to fit in the carry-on. So I bought a t-shirt. I actually have here, we ended up getting a mug because what happened was Mike bought so much, they gave him a mug for free. And then the mug that he won from the raffle, he gave to me. So we have matching DX Commander mugs.
Nice.
Callum's kids are really nice too. They were giving away these little DX Commander pins. And
want that.
They gave them away for free because they came out too small. So we have DX Commander pin too. So that was really cool. So
hey Eric.
Yeah,
I would definitely recommend going.
I would put that
DXX.
pin over my Reliance T-shirt at any time. You know that.
Yep.
Yeah, we're all vying for that lordship that got pushed out a long time ago that not all of us got. So Izzo's trying to boost his status there.
But yeah, I mean, if you guys if you're in England next year and can make it to DX Fest, I would definitely recommend it because it was very cool, chill, laid back.
I'll get right on that and get my passport ready.
Do you not have a passport? Ready, everybody should have a passport.
I have a real ID, and that's about it. But Eric, I wanted to make note of you recognizing that distinct voice. When Shannon and Paul were wandering around Dayton, I was doing the live stream for Josh, and I heard her voice, and I was like, "There's no way she's in Dayton." I'm listening. And I'm like, no. And then somebody moved, and I saw her little red head right there. Boom. And I was like, how the hell did she get to
Well,
and then her Paul walked up.
I was going to say that, too. Like, it's like, Eric heard my voice in the background of the DX Commander video. How many people commented on Josh's video that they could hear me in the background at the, the vendor night for the 4 nights in May?
Literally, you have a very distinctive voice, Shannon. Not. Once that voice is in your brain, you will hear it forever. And I just perked up, and I'm like, no, Shannon is not a date. No, there she was.
There she was.
I love it.
Everybody, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how's my audio now? Everyone's telling me my audio's
now
bad.
It's a little hot.
I back it down.
I love
Windows.
Dayton, and I will say that just the other day I booked my hotel for Dayton. They had a similar deal where like you can reserve it, but you don't have to pay to get to the hotel. So I did book my hotel for Dayton for Hamvention 2027. So look forward to seeing any of you guys there who will be there.
You're right there, Mike.
I don't know who is doing the ASMR, but it's slightly creepy.
To say the least.
To say the least.
Shannon will be there.
I will be there, yes. And Miles will probably be there also.
Well, see, Miles is just the party.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he weaponized autism. I am telling you.
Weaponized autism.
Definitely.
It is weaponized autism. It's the greatest thing ever.
Well, Matt, your Rybakov's also a resident on 10 meters too.
Oh yes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I didn't know 11 meters. I never tested it for that.
Yeah, I did. Well, I never played with it on 11, but I know when I look at my analyzer, it says, "Oh yeah, you're good for 11 meters." I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah.
I know what I'm going to be trying soon.
I made an 80/6 version of that for some military folks that wanted it. So.
Wow. Yeah, my Grouch gave me a President, modified, CB radio, and it's still sitting. Speaking of radios and, sitting in a box, Vizzo, I've violated it, but it's a CB, so it's totally fine. All good. I don't know. Do we think Jesu's going to step up with the game and improve that FX1 or no?
I
891 Mark II.
Dude,
I'm torn. Like I hear
hilarious.
I hear mixed things about the FTX one. Like I've only used it, and it's not mine. I've used someone else's, and so it's not really using it because they're kind of setting things up or whatever. Just like a couple times, I think twice maybe. I've used that radio. On paper, it looks great. But you know, from a usability standpoint, it's hard for me to say because I haven't like had one on my own where it's up to me to go in and play with it and set it up. It's different when like someone's just handing you the mic, right? So I don't know, but like Yaesu was cranking out new radios like that for like 2 years or so. Like that, it was like boom, you know, here's another mobile, here's another mobile, here's another one, you know. So they've been grinding hard and they've done well. Like the 710 is a great radio. I'm an Icom fanboy. I got the Polo on and everything, and I spent money on a tuner today, like an Icom tuner, things like that. But I'm not afraid to say it. Like when Yaesu or Kenwood or these other manufacturers make great radios, and the 710's great. But
not a field radio.
I did a soda with it. I have 40 pounds on my back.
Well, all 10 of that 10 of that was
all that for 1 point, right? But no. It's hard to say. Like, I don't know that they need to step up there. From my perspective, and I maybe, you know, everyone's unique in how they operate or what they prefer. When I look at for me, outside of the humorous stuff with the interface between Icom and Yaesu, when I look at them from what my interests are, I see APRS on the Yaesu side, and then on Icom I see the band side. I see Icom doing stuff still in production for 1.2 gigahertz for 23 centimeters, and I see Icom with more options for weak signal modes on VHF and UHF. I see the 905 for the microwave space and stuff like that. For me, that's where I see the differences. You know, like I love to make fun of the, you know, the menus and all that and everything, but at the end of the day, like there's a lot more going on, and Yaesu's receivers are fantastic.
They are.
And the RASP, the ASP on the VHF, UHF mobiles. Oh my gosh! Like
Todd likes to use that setting to get rid of the Baofeng people that talk on the repeaters because it just drowns them out.
If Yaesu didn't do stupid stuff like have like the mic jack be underneath the radio, like they do on the 3185 RASP, which is their 2 meter, 85 watt mobile with the RASP, like it's like, oh my gosh, like that could be so much fun to play with, you know, because I do a 2 meter simplex net now monthly and stuff on FM, and so to have 85 watts, I did the last one with a 70 watt radiodity one. That was got a 120 mile check-in from Hamilton, Ontario.
Dude, you are like too blessed to like. You're like blessed in the VHF UHF land. Like New York is just like no matter what you like, you could like literally sneeze and you would make a contact on VHF UHF.
Well, there's
New York is full of VHF UHF contesters. Yeah. Some of the biggest contesters.
There's
in the
two
world
things. We have that ham density, which is important, and I'm sure I don't know what Chris was using when he checked in. What his antenna setup was, I had a J pole 20 feet up. And a 70 watt mobile, but you know, we're right on the lakes, and so Tropo could have been involved too because it's that time of year. So maybe he was making the trip 120 miles with Tropo, or maybe he was throwing 500 watts into multi-element, you know. But at the end of the day, too, I'm making the trip to him with 70 watts and a J pole antenna. And so you know, it was rough copy, but still we got it done, and that's cool. But we have that density, But the other thing too is the conditions. You know, we're on the lakes, and you do get the tropospheric ducting and stuff like that. But you have that ham density in North Texas too. Being down there, like in where Jason and Tank and Robert Digital Rancher and all those guys are. You know, I've been down there too, and they have 2 meter simplex nets, and they have a really dense, you know, ham network down there too. And if you want to talk to people over simplex, you need people to talk to. And they need to be within reach, right? And so you need that density and you need the conditions, and they're not far off too. Like, I mean, you know, North Texas is certainly not wherever the Galveston. Like, it's not on the ocean or anything, but you at least have the density, and then you get further south in Texas, you at least you can get some of the tropo from the Gulf and stuff. But that's my take on it.
What's nice about New York, Mike, is it is ham dense, and it's. I would say New York has some of the biggest DX contesters when it comes to VHF and UHF, and one of the world-winning VHF UHF contest winning stations is Whiskey 2 Sleepy Zebra W2SZ RPI, the RPI College. And Rensselaer, they go to Mount Greylock every year for both contests. The September contest and the June contest. They go up to Greylock, and they used to win the world. You could go into QST and look at the results, and every single contest they would win it. And they had bread vans and weird vans. I did a little video. I went up there. It's on my channel. Dude, they have some crap. Who the hell was that?
What happened?
Yeah, okay, that was Eric. They had. That was that. Oh, that
was me.
Okay.
I'm a pro.
He was trying
New
to
York
pop
Scotch.
up the bottle.
Okay. I was like, what the hell is that sound? But they do a
Mike
phenomenal
removing a
job
plug.
contesting.
That's a band opening right there.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Band opening.
2 meters is now open, folks.
But yeah, I mean, they do a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
And WA2 AAU Dick Fry, he's like 1,000 years old, but he still goes up every single contest, and he is pulling on antennas. He's in his 80s. I remember when he was my height. Now he's a lot shorter, but phenomenal ham for keeping that club.
I knew that was eventually going to come from Scout.
Yep.
Thank you, Scout.
Ham harder, man. Ham harder.
Hey guys, I gotta hop out of here. I gotta be up early for work.
Bye, Don.
Good to see you, bud.
Fun as always.
Thanks so much, Don.
Before you jump, anything interesting going on Clubhouse this week? Or are we just going to get the usual?
We have some interesting people coming up in the month of September.
Do you?
Yes.
Who? You didn't invite me.
Oh,
he said interesting.
Yeah, not strange.
I got a busy week locally here with my fire department and stuff. We're doing a P25 migration, so I'm doing some training and some other stuff.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
House is quiet, kids. We got the kids all up to
you and the
college.
missus?
Yeah, they're all set. They're all set up. So
when's she getting her ticket?
I don't know. I really wanted to do some ham radio club station up there but now she's leaving. He's going to be up there for a few more years, but I don't know. It's just so far away. It's not like it's 30 minutes away. But anyway, but Labor Day weekend's coming up. I do have to work Labor Day weekend, but I'm gonna antennas between the 4-wave and the Reliance. I'm hoping the weather is going to cooperate, and we'll just we'll see what happens. But hey guys, fun show as always with my brothers and my sister, Lady Lord Shannon. So,
Lady Lord Shannon. Oh God,
it's just Lady Shannon, not Lord.
Lady Shannon. Well, she's out. Well, now she's somebody with the AI. Where's Jody? Put her in one of those Queen Elizabeth Victorian dresses and stuff. That's what I want to see.
With her headphones
working
on
it.
That's all.
I've already got a photo.
Everyone, be safe. Have fun.
I don't know which Queen Elizabeth you're talking about, but neither one was Victorian.
All right, well, whatever.
Maybe
You know, somebody listen.
you
I
know.
want you like royalty. You are royalty to me now. You are well. You've always been royalty to me, but now you're really royalty to me now.
Thank you, Izzo.
7-3, brother.
Bye,
7-3,
Izzo. Love you.
I got to find this button now. How the hell do I? Oh, there. No, no.
Just clap twice.
Yeah, there you go. He got it.
You want to start wrapping things up?
Yeah,
What do
we
you guys
can.
think?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna.
Sure. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I
No,
don't
let
know
Eric.
what
No,
topic.
Eric.
Yeah,
Eric wants to pander. What do you want?
Well, I know Grouch is not here, so I don't have to hear his whining and complaining about.
Oh,
another
my
over
God.
The air. But Matt posted that APRS, OTA thing. Anybody check that out?
Oh.
No.
I have not. I have it saved, but I have not checked it out.
I checked out a little. It's interesting to say the
Yep.
least. I mean, I like
Okay.
the idea that we're stretching, APRS a little bit because we all know APRS in most of these radios baked in sucks.
Yes.
And it's cool to see that, there are things that are trying to break those barriers down. So I'm just curious to see if, folks are dabbling in the APRS on the air, initiative. It seems interesting, at least. I haven't tried it. I'm going to hopefully this week, maybe do a video. I don't know yet. I still have a bunch of reviews that I got to get done before, I have a lot of, certain vendors mad at me.
The struggle is real.
It is, yes. But, from a standpoint of that, I thought it was like, yeah, one more on the air thing doesn't bother me. But, if it's APRS, then yeah, heck, anything to, make K Murder a little bit more mad.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah. But thanks
Well,
for posting it, Matt.
the only station
you're
I have
welcome.
set up at my house, someone was asking me today at the Hamfest, and I was like, "Not that. The only thing I have set up at the house is a digipeater on 2 meters. Like I have an iGate digipeater set up with the Kenwood mobile and 25 watts and a J pole, and that's it. That's my only permanent setup at the house.
I would love to set one up, even in iGate, but I can't because we literally have a iGate digipeater up on one of the tallest mountains. It's literally
Okay.
and so like you can't when I first got in the radio, I said, I'm gonna set up an iGate and a digipeater, and I set one up, and then I got a nice email saying, hey, you're basically causing duplicate packets to fly across the network because the one that's up on Ukanunik is loud and strong, and I'm like, damn it. Okay. So
yeah, we don't have a lot, and so I kind of looked at it. It's like this is an easy way to fill the need, kind of fill a gap. And I'm kind of centrally located in the suburbs of like the area, so it works out. Jeez.
Only. But go ahead. Sure. Be president.
Yeah.
I don't care. Just as long as you mention my name a couple of times on my channel.
Yeah.
I'll give you my vote.
Yeah. Well, hey, all right.
I didn't say president of what.
That's exactly it.
All right, if we are going to start to wind things down, I got to at least say this. So I think Eric gifted some memberships. I gifted some memberships. Matt did. Tortoise did.
Tortoise did.
And everything. So congratulations to all the new members. And I'm just going to plug this for my members, but I'll give anyone else who's still watching, the 30 something who are still with us, an opportunity if you want to join last minute. I'm going to do a members only live stream with Salty Walt K4OGO Monday night at 8 p.m.
Cool.
Walt and this is going to be just members only. So it's not for the general public, just for members. I asked my members earlier in the month, I'm like, hey, what do you guys want to do? We've done a hangout, like a Zoom just for an hour or so. And, before, and you want to do a hangout, or do you want to do a private live stream or something? And that's what they voted for. So I'm going with what my members wanted to do. And I reached out to Walt, and Monday at 8 worked for him. So we're going to have fresh water versus salt water, 8 p.m. on Monday night. It should be anytime Walt and I get together, he's a great guy. It's a fun conversation. So I'm sure we're going to be talking about antennas. We're going to be talking a lot about masts, especially now that he's in the process of moving. And if you watch a lot of his videos, you've seen some of the masks and the setups he's got in his new backyard. I'm looking forward to that. So
yes, Dale, you have to wear a jacket.
Yeah. So
Only a jacket.
If you want to join as a member, this is a good opportunity right now for, the $2-3 or whatever my membership is. You can join, you can tune in. I'm going to share the link tomorrow after a lot of new members have joined and everything. I'll publish everything tomorrow, and then about Monday at 8. I'm looking forward to that. And if you can't tune in live, you're going to be able to catch that after. It'll still be available for members and stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun. There's my plug, my shameless plug.
Erecting that big, hard, stiff black mask.
Yeah, Grouch called it. Yeah.
Grouch with the girth.
Girthy, baby.
Miss you, brother.
So
I mean, he's in the chat. Why can't he just pop in real fast?
He's an hour behind, and he's still at the jump zone.
Are you?
Yeah, he is.
He can always jump out of chat if he needs to jump.
Well, he's not jumping. I think he's working.
Well, at least he doesn't sound like a Jerry Lewis, telethon.
It sounds like the Jerry Lewis telethon.
So
Mike.
do we need to get a bell that we ring like every time like a membership or a super chat comes in, like the PBS auction?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh boy. Shannon, you go buy that on Amazon real quick for the next one.
I'm gonna come back with the cowbell.
Ding 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 ding.
Hold on. And this is no joke because we did Weekend Warriors last night.
Yeah, I was watching it last night. Yep.
Talking about Girthy, and he literally popped in and said, "What the hell? I come in here and it's Girthy."
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Because what was it? Dave was showing showing his new mask that he got. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Actually, Scouts, so that gives me an idea because let me tell you, people in England are like obsessed with tote bags. Like every place that we went that had a gift shop had some sort of tote bag. So I now have like 5 different tote bags. I'm actually using a tote bag like for my main purse. So
maybe, you have challenges getting it up in a park? I've got the solution just for you.
Maybe
that guy knows what he's talking about.
Maybe we need to have like, Northeast Ham Radio tote bag.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
You're just making more work for the rest of us.
No way.
Get on it yourself then. You create it and it'll be available on makerfweird.com.
Sure.
I want you to embroider it. Run embroidery.
No.
Bedazzle it.
Listen,
I'll buy it.
It'll be printed, and then if people choose to bedazzle it later on their own, that's up to them.
That's no. I want it pre-bedazzled. I'm just
get
saying.
A pre-bedazzled one for $5 or one for $25. Not
see.
dazzled.
This is, for example, this is my tote bag that I got from the Royal Armories in Leeds.
It's royal.
You got that funky background.
It's royal, all right.
Hey, did you see Mr. Before I forget, did you get to meet Mr. Hughes?
I did not. No.
Oh, okay. If you know, you know.
I don't. Where'd Mike go?
He's the curator of the Royal Armories.
Oh.
Well, Mr. Hughes is cool. His channel, the stuff, I can't believe what they do in the UK when it comes to restoring and building tanks, and they just got a didn't they just get a chieftain, like a almost perfect chieftain just before the show?
Are you talking about at the Tank Museum?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Because I watched Mr. Hughes' channel the when they do the restoring and everything. And they just got like a chieftain 2 or something. It was freaking beautiful. But sorry. Nerdtism.
Mike says he met him. I don't know when Mike met him. Did you met him when we couldn't have met him when we were there, Mike, because I was with you the whole time. But yeah, Mike would be the person to ask about anything that has to do with the Tank Museum because he religiously watches their YouTube. So
what happens in Uxbridge stays in Uxbridge.
Ux what?
Ux what?
So shall we go around the horn since Mike jumped off? He'll probably be back.
Yeah,
in a
what
second.
Said he
happened
was
to
gonna
Mike?
be right back.
I think he
okay.
had to do his usual watering because he had a lot of certain scotches or whatever he was drinking.
Is that
He
what
broke
that
the
was?
seal. He broke the
He did.
seal.
He did.
2 hours in. That's
So-
it. Wow.
Go ahead, Matt. Do you start us off and I'll finish out.
Well, the
What's
rare
going on with you?
the rare elusive video upload. I uploaded my first video in about 2 years since the last time, which was with my daughter doing the solar eclipse.
And I watched it.
You watched it? Wow.
Yes.
Nice. You see my 2 nipples in there?
Yep.
Awesome. See, then you
What?
definitely watched it.
Oh man, I gotta watch it.
There's with the pass-through on the RAV4, there's 2 nipples. Usually some of the cars only have 1, or you have to drill through or guide the wire through differently. So it was setting up a UHF VHF antenna mount, but I found an adapter to do HF, and I'm going to be testing that out tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll be at possibly 2 to 3 POTA parks. First one is Big Pocono, and then I'm going to go to Estate Game Lands afterwards. So hopefully the bands open up and are nice. I know K1LY Shannon is going to be trying to get me on there. So that's the latest. I started a new channel with a friend just for Parks on the Air or portable radio operations. So it's Portable Radio Ops on YouTube. Take a look. We're just going to post all our radio activations on there. We're going to go to Gettysburg and a few other cool places, and the videos are going to be on there. So trying to separate the two. I like working on and fixing radios and building stuff on mine. So that's or running, setting up UHF VHF on the car. So
Sweet.
that's it.
That's cool. Nice.
Thank you.
Well, if you happen to have that channel already, post that in the chat there and let us know, and we'll or put it in the private chat, and we'll get it into the main chat if you don't have access. And actually, you have access to the main chat, so throw it in there. Sure, get more listeners that way. So, Shannon, over to you. How do you want to wrap it up?
I don't really have too much going on that I can think of off the top of my head. I don't make plans. I just kind of, do things on the
Wing
fly as they come.
She wins it.
Obviously, being back and, got to get Miles ready for school at some point. So, but his first day is not till September 9th. So it's quite late compared to other people. But, might try to go out and do at least one more POTA, before he goes back. So we'll have to see with, what's the actual weather conditions and then also the space weather conditions. Like I said, probably would have tried to go out today, but it just didn't look that good on paper. But then again, sometimes it doesn't look good on paper, but it ends up being good in real life when you try it. So you just can never really tell.
Roger that. And I finally had AI finally finish. So, we'll.
Did you turn me into a queen?
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Oh yeah.
I just can't get over that it looks like Moo HT, but that's me.
You know what? The thing is that I would pick a font that has a /0 because it's hard to tell the difference between the 0 and the O. But
Lady
right.
Moot, she's irrelevant.
Yeah,
I could tell you guys what "mut" means. And why I sort of ended up sticking with that as my call sign, as sort of a little bit of a joke, but it's a slang term in Australia for ladies' bits.
Oh, there you go.
Look it up.
I've seen a lot of slangs for ladies' bits, and I've never heard that one before.
I'm not going to put my chat GPT. Sorry. Maybe I'll go over to X's
Grok.
Grok will let anything slide, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Go look it up on Grok. Yeah.
Oh, I knew that was coming. God bless.
All right. Well, speaking of look it up, Tortoise, what's going on with you, sir? How are you going to wrap this one up?
I don't know. All of a sudden, I just had "Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls" come through my brain, but that's all right.
Okay.
It is a Freudian slip. I mean,
no, it wasn't. Wow, Mike is on fire tonight. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna be getting on HF this week. I've been saying it. I've got the antenna. I've got the holes drilled finally. It's just too damn hot. I got to do it either in the early morning or do it late at night. And I don't want my neighbors calling the cops saying there's somebody with a flashlight running around my house. So what I'm gonna do is probably tomorrow morning I'll get up early and I'll get the LMR run out. Or run in, either that. And base camp is going that corner across the top of the house to that tree. And then I have my Tram dual band mobile. And I think there's going to be another, I'm going to try to do a low one, another Reliance antenna getting set up in the backyard. So because there's 3 holes, I might as well plug all 3 of them.
All right. I don't know where to go with 3 holes, but
just saying.
Back over to Chris.
Hey, Chris.
How am I supposed to follow up on that one? Jeez.
3 holes.
You got 3 choices.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to choose any of them. Let's see. Tomorrow, I think we're going to do a POTA, and yeah, I'm just going to put. I don't know. Probably do a POTA somewhere normal, not crazy far away.
What time? The morning? Because I'm going to be going out in the morning.
Yeah, probably the morning. I'll text you.
All right.
So we can get together on the air.
Yeah, if you haven't gotten contacts from the Cape, then get Whiskey 8 CJL in your ham alert there.
Yep. And if anybody wants to, they can follow my YouTube page. Just give me some more members.
Yeah.
I'm up to, I think, 13 now. So
Whiskey 8. We're relaxed here. We should actually just be putting all the links in the channels there. But
Roger.
Yeah, Chris is and everyone on here. Their channels should be down below in the description.
They are.
So
Yeah.
look in the
are.
description, and it should be down there.
That's a lazy way of doing it, but yeah.
But,
Who reads the descriptions these days? Not me.
and that's about it. I think me and Parker is.
But that's where I put the affiliate codes and discount codes and the links down below in the description.
Save on radiati with N2MAK.
Yes, sir.
Remember, all Reliance 10 is 10% off N1JUR.
M3MFL.
He gave you
he didn't put that
10%?
code- He gave.
Dude, you should have seen the box he sent me earlier. I mean, it was huge. In order to
It was
go,
it more
like,
than 10 pounds?
Oh, 150.
It was a pallet.
Dude, I'm his booth babe. What are you talking about? I go there and I have to look pretty for him while he's busy selling. So
You stuttered there. You almost said the other B word.
No, I was very sure I was going to go there.
Booth bitch.
You could, yeah.
That's way more fitting. Not booth babe, booth bitch. I'm just gonna say,
dude, this is all babe.
Oh yeah, I think Shannon loves that beard. Yep,
dude, that is a dead sexy beard. I love how he's got like just the gray right here with
it looks
the
like wolf
black.
fangs.
Yep, like Wolverine or something, man.
Yeah, like
oh yeah.
Look at that thing.
Yeah.
Jesus, look at
Nice.
that thing.
All right.
Beard envy.
Getting
Holy
gross.
shit.
All right, well, Mike.
Hey, Eric.
Mike, anything more you want to add, Mike? There,
I already did my sales.
I know you did.
But I think what I would like to know, and brown liquor talking now, but we always do this whole thing like will it antenna with like the G90 and stuff. What I want to know is, will the beard counterpoise? Will it counterpoise?
I'm not going to put clips on them.
Alligator clips.
Now, I've got to do the beard or bust this week, so we might see them. You never know if I can find big enough alligators.
Dude, how much is it going to cost me to have you keep your beard to the end of the year?
Oh yeah,
till Christmas. January 1st.
The Santa Claus challenge. The Santa Claus challenge.
Listen, by the time he has it and it's winter and it's cold, you're not going to want to shave it off.
Exactly.
Your face, it's going to keep your face warm.
Yeah, Tracy said the same thing.
I can't believe you coming from a female who doesn't have a beard. It's like kind of take like good advice from someone who has hair. Like, how do you take care of hair when you're bald? But whatever.
Yes,
you know,
but I'm speaking from experience
from
because
experience where
because my husband had a beard and he
His
said
face
the
was
same
always
thing.
warm.
Yeah, when he would
I don't wanna
he wouldn't shave his beard in the winter because then his face would be cold. It's
Tortoise, we'll talk after.
Nature's
Shannon.
balaclava.
Nature's
balaclava.
exactly. Amen.
I appreciate, I'm looking at all these comments. Like, I do a beard log every week, and I barely get all the comments until now. It's like, come on, guys, head over to there, watch all of those.
Dude, it looks good. And you're missing
stuff,
an opportunity. Like you could be doing like mustache rides, super chats, and stuff like that. Like,
Right. I have no idea who that is.
It's good. We're 2 hours in.
All right, Mike do you
is
have
on
anything
it
positive
tonight.
to add?
That is
Mike
positive.
is on it.
He's a marketing master. Look at him.
I know. I can only. Is this from the second bottle or the third bottle? I'm trying to figure out the gauging.
Drinkers can't count, counters can't drink.
Okay.
That's
Okay. See, must be the second
is
bottle.
on it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if Mike doesn't have anything future to add there or new to add, then I'm gonna just say, hey, I appreciate all of the awesome feedback from the members to the kids video we did for Ham Camp. That was a freaking awesome.
That was awesome.
That was great.
If you haven't had a chance, head over to my channel. It will be going out Sunday into public. All the members got a chance to watch it early, but I did a Ham Camp video. Radiodity was awesome. They stepped up, gave us 12 Baofeng minis, and we gave every one of the kids at Ham Camp their own radio, trained them how to use it. They ran through building, antennas and doing fox hunts, playing POTA, everything in between. It was awesome to see all these kids just totally get super excited. So that video is going to be going live on Sunday, and so make sure you check that out. And actually, for some reason it's gotten enough traction that ARL's come knocking on my door asking, "Hey, can we see this video and can you do a write up?" So,
oh really?
I said,
Cool.
I sent them a few things, so they'll hopefully do something with it. So that's pretty cool. But I've also gotten some really awesome feedback from a lot of folks asking, "Hey, how can you do this? Can I do this in your club? Do you have any materials?" So I've already created a page over on N1JUR. I just posted a link there. Just go to n1jur.com, kids-on-the air, and check out there. You can download all the stuff that we built, all the parent letters, that type of stuff. So you kind of check all the boxes you need to when you're dealing with schools and kids and radios and stuff like that. And it was just freaking awesome. I mean, I walked away from that camp going totally, psyched and, glad to, interested to do it again. But yeah, if you got, an idea and you want to try something like that, feel free to hit me up. I'm happy to share what we learned just so, we can get more of those kids, with radios in their hands. I mean, I can't tell you how fun, when you got them on the FRS frequencies and said, "Hey, you go hide and all your friends need to go find you." And they just, they spent hours just doing all that stuff. It was pretty cool. And then in the video, if you got a chance to see if you were a member, you got a chance to see the video, but on Sunday, you get to see the video. One of the kids, and when we did the POTA, thank you, Keith, AC1RH, he had a 600 watt amp, basically pounded through the RF there and the kid got a contact to Belgium. So she was just like, "Belgium?" Wow. I'm talking to someone totally I don't know who is in another country. And so it was
in a
awesome.
different continent, different country.
Yep. Yeah. So she
was
totally...
KB5 UTY, Dave K Booty there. He's got this little fox. He's got this little fox. You have to hit him up. I think he got it at DEF CON.
Yep.
But it's the coolest little thing. So it's just a little card. And I was like, man, that's freaking awesome. That'd be great for fox hunts to get kids to get more involved,
Yeah, we basically threw out a transmit. We had a fox hunt transmitter we threw out in adjacent huge park, and the kids just went crazy with their antennas and running around trying to figure it all out. Yep. So it was awesome. It was good stuff. So nice. pretty psyched about that. But yeah, if you want to follow along and you think the beard is sexy, then feel free to head over and check out. I usually do a vlog post of my thoughts every week, and
dude, you keep it trimmed. You have it nice. It's not scraggly and blown out. So, dude, it looks good.
Well,
that's 100%.
I only shave this and under here because this drives me nuts. So
you shaved this too. You shaved that little French tickler right there.
Because I can't stand the little fuzzy hairs on the lip. It just drives me bonkers. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's
all
what
the
she
big guys
said.
know.
Oh yeah.
That's what does she said. Yes, exactly.
Hey, Eric. I heard you're something about Nearfest. You're gonna have something special at Nearfest. I was talking to the guy who runs it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So we're working on Tortoise, if you are coming, awesome. We're going to try to do more YouTuber kind of focused stuff.
Yeah.
So, we are definitely looking forward to, if you got a YouTube channel and you're in the New England area, please come hit me up. We want you to have a part of it. We just want to share like ham radio and, bring
The
more
Northeast.
awareness in Northeast and that type of stuff. So we're actually, hopefully I haven't, Tortoise and I are working on the details of getting Poto Power out there. Bob Kopp is coming our way too as well, so it'll be a blast to have him up this way. And so we're gonna have a big party. So if you're in the Northeast area during October, what is it, 11th? And no,
it's the 1st and 2nd of October.
Second and third,
Is it second, third? Well, you might as well just schedule it first, second, and third.
Yeah.
Yep. First, second, and third.
Yep. So. Yeah,
And
come
there
see
is-
Matt. Come hang out with us. We're gonna do a whole YouTuber stuff. And
Chris is going to be there. Matt's going to be there. Shannon's going to be there.
There
Eric's
is
going to be
word there's
there.
going to be a mesh core repeater up there also, just for Nearfest.
And
Sweet.
my
Who's
arms
doing
are
that,
going to be.
Chris?
I am.
Oh, we'll
Nice.
have to talk because I was talking to the guy, I can't remember his name at the moment, who runs Nearfest, and I was like, hey, dude, we should do Meshtastic stuff because it's it's very popular. And he was just like, all right, yeah, let me know what you want to do. So you and I should talk about putting some mesh core repeaters and a few other things up there just so.
I have I got a solar node that I'm doing for it. So
And I'm flying in from Arizona, and my arms are going to be tired.
Awesome. I'm also doing multiple parks on the way up and down. After Nearfest, I'm going up to Maine and then camping out up in Berlin, New Hampshire, and then doing Mount Washington that Sunday. So if anyone wants to activate Mount Washington with me and a friend, we'll be there as long as my car can make it up to the the road.
Hey, Scout,
Oh, dude.
This constant camp out, you guys streaming any stuff? We'd love to see it. I love supporting that stuff. Is that the same one KB9VBR participates in?
Yeah. Yep. That's the same one.
That's a really good one. So I would love to start doing more of that, especially, my goal next year is to do a 24-hour POTA or a weekend camp out up at Arcadia. So if you guys want to help with that, let me know. Let's talk.
I'm game. Let's
do it.
Totally
Let's
fun.
do it.
So sweet. All right. Well, that's all I got, but it was good hanging out with you guys. Pretty fun. I don't know if I'll
definitely.
be an Icom owner, but you might have swayed me.
Oh.
Ooh, maybe.
Mike, anything?
Mike.
Come on,
You want
Mike.
to.
Yeah. That's a new shirt for him.
All the other cool kids are doing it.
Yeah. All right. Well, enough of the cool kids.
There's a set.
8 operators, 8 call signs. 1 unit operating somewhere in the Northeast. You won't find them in a directory. You won't find their headquarters on a map. And you don't call them. They find you. Because when unexplained interference appears on the bands, when the noise floor rises, when the signal shows up where no signal should be, they're already listening. They'll investigate the frequency, they'll follow the signal, and they'll keep turning the dial until they uncover the truth. So keep the waterfall open, watch your SWR, and if you hear something strange in the static, don't touch the dial. Until the next Northeast Ham Radio Happy Hour, trust no one and tune everything.